tremendous shot that was.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bedford High School in Bedford, New Hampshire, home of the black and red. It's the place that most sports opponents dread, but maybe not. This Nashua High School South powerful and playmaking football team of 2025. They have hopes for revenge for a regular season loss right here and to get the upset win and advance to the state final for 2025, but they're up against the juggernaut in football this season, which is the Bedford Bulldogs. Hello, I'm John Collins along with Tom King as we watch the Nashua South Panthers warm up before this big game, Tom.
Yeah, John, you're looking at some of the guys that are going to need to make plays warming up. Justin Fish just caught a pass right there in warm-ups, and everybody's crowding around him. We saw number 11, Josh Tripp. The thing in a game like this is you need your playmakers to make plays. And Bedford's got playmakers, and they've made plays all year long.
On both sides of the ball.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and that's the deal. And they beat South 34-14 earlier in the year by making plays. It was 21-14 at halftime, and then they came out in the second half and dominated. And that's something that South wants to avoid in this football game, obviously. This is the state semifinal, Division I semifinal. The winner goes to the ship, as they say.
Yeah, play the winner of Pinkerton-Salem.
Yep, and this is the game that you've got to think that if South has played as well as they have since that loss to Memorial, this is the game that will prove it. This is the game where they have everything on the line. This isn't a team, many of whom have been together for 4 years. And on a varsity level, there have been some players that are seniors that played that were thrust into starting roles as freshmen. So it's a very tight-knit team as you see Bedford running out on the field. Bedford's undefeated for a reason, John.
Yeah, they are the greatest ticket in town, in a sports machine town that is Bedford, New Hampshire.
No doubt about it.
Those stands will be filling up faster and faster as we go along. Our camera crew from BCTV today, Bedford Cable TV. On our main camera, Bill Jennings. And we have also Owen Siegel and Jacob Monroe getting us shots down on the field. We'll have Dan Young on editing of this program. Of course, our executive producer at Nashua TV. ETV, as always, is Pete Johnson, the best in the business. I'm John Collins along with Tom King. The excitement for this game has been building for a long time, Tom. You could even argue that whoever wins this game, for sure if it's Bedford, but even if it's South, will be the favorite to take it all. And this is the biggest game of the tournament, would you say?
I would think so. I think these are the two best teams. Right now, we will pause for our national anthem.
What a clear and cool night. Temperature in the 30s.
I was down there before the game, John. You don't know how cool it really is. We're up here in the box, so we're a little bit warmer, but it is a chilly night.
I was going to say perfect for football, but apparently not perfect for sports writers.
No, it's never. Nights in November are never perfect for sports.
You want those dome games.
Yeah, give me the dome games and give me a nice September night where it's a lot warmer. But these two teams in that first game, early in the season, It was the second game of the year, and it was South's first Division I game because they played a non-league game down at Malden Catholic. The thing that Josh Porter wanted with his schedule was he wanted to play some good teams early in the season to test his team. Last year, South came here to Bedford late in the season. It was like the 7th game or 8th game of the year. And they were unbeaten. It was a battle of I believe Bedford was undefeated too, I'm not sure. But South was undefeated. No one had really come close to them. But they hadn't played anybody good. And Bedford really kind of took them to school. And
that score got a lot of people's attention.
Yeah, and that
20 points.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about last year.
Oh, last year, sorry.
Yeah, last year. So that was something that Josh Porter did not want to see repeated. He didn't mind losing to Bedford early. Of course, nobody wants to lose, but he wanted to at least have his team play somebody like a Bedford early in the year, and they did. So, but the key is here is Cody Jackson, the quarterback for Nashua South. He is the engine. He's the guy who drives the bus. He's everything for this team. If Cody Jackson makes plays, South usually wins the game, or at least has a great chance to win the game. And Cody Jackson is going to have to match Bennett Matthews, who makes plays for Bedford. Those two quarterbacks are going to, they don't go against each other, except Matthews is in the secondary. So that's the matchup, the quarterbacks. That's the key to the game. Of course, Brody Helton for Bedford, too. South has got to find a way to stop him so he doesn't have any breakaway runs. But Matthews can run the ball well, too. So let's take a look at this. Let's see. I believe South won the toss. They're going to get the ball first.
Yeah.
So
we got to first look at Cody Jackson at quarterback.
Yep.
Bennett Matthews will be number 13 for Bedford. Cody Jackson wears the number 7. The head coach of the Bedford Bulldogs is Zach Matthews. And the head coach of South, of course, is Josh Porter. High hopes for both teams to advance past this, but this is the clash of the non-Titans, the Panthers against the Bulldogs.
Well, I mean, South played Pinkerton in the last game of the regular season. They were down 21-7 after 3 quarters. They came back and won the game, 25-21. So, theoretically, but I'm sure Pinkerton will say they can stake their claim to something too. But if they end up playing Bedford, it's going to be, you got to match Bedford's points, right? Bedford can score points. You got to match their points.
So you got to score 50 points.
Yeah, not 50,
off the feet of Fish out of bounds. Almost a big miscue to begin the game for the Panthers.
No kidding, huh? I know it.
That would not be the start you wanted to fumble the opening kick return.
He probably would have made it to close to the 40-yard line had he not had the ball go off his feet.
Yeah, so it'll be 1st and 10 for South at about the 28-yard line. Who will get off to the best start here at Bedford High in this D1 semi-final? That's the big question as South takes the first possession of the game.
Yeah, you want to set the tone for the game, right? You want to be the team that's in charge, that dictates the tempo, that dictates the tone, that forces you to make calls on offense that maybe you didn't want to make until later in the game. That's what you want to be.
Cody Jackson and the South team entered at the peak of their game, defeating Londonderry and Bishop Girton to get here in the first 2 rounds, and that running play doesn't go for much.
No, Levine on the run. And
maybe 4, though.
Levine's the workhorse.
Yeah, I guess so. That was a sneaky 4. So.
No, it wasn't 4 yards. They lost 2. They lost
28.
2.
Oh, they lost 2. You're right. I got to get my
2.
angles correct here.
Yep.
The near hash mark they did. It was a tackle for loss by the Bulldogs to start the game. And right to the air goes Cody Jackson, and he overthrows his intended receiver in the center of the field. That's
here's Jackson.
Colin Levesque.
And the thing that I see on that replay is Jackson had some time.
He did.
He had time to get the ball out and just overthrows the receiver.
Yeah, perhaps trying to avoid a tip pass or something, but he went high with that, and it's 3rd and long instantly.
Well, you
can
rush Cody Jackson, but you may not bring him down because he'll be able to run around you.
And he runs to the left now. He runs into a Bedford rusher, though, and to the right side, scramble, throws on the run deep down the sideline, and it is incomplete, or was it picked off? It was supposed to be by the cover man, Connor Sturgis.
Incomplete. Watch here, all right? Here's the rush. I told you can't bring him down. It's tough to bring him down. They've got 2 defenders, Jackson around the right end, and he's going to heave it downfield. and you're looking at trip, but the ball was way out of bounds.
Yeah, and a little bit underthrown, too, with Josh's size. You can kind of let him go up and get it, but the best chance to catch that ball was by the defensive back, Connor Sturgis, who is a senior, and another two-way player. So forced to punt. It's going to be a 3-and-out here for the Panthers on their opening possession, booting it from about his own 20, and it's not a great punt. It goes out of bounds, short of midfield.
Wow, cold night, and that's part of the problem. It's a cold night. The ball is going to tough to kick a little bit, so keep an eye on that throughout this game. You see how the kicking game goes for both teams.
Both of these teams have put up giant scores almost in every game.
You do not want to give Bedford 40 yards to go to the end zone.
No, talk about ideal field position to begin the game. It's not even a turnover. It's just a punt that went short.
No kidding, huh?
And 40 yards to go to get the game's first points. They have not been stopped very often, I believe, in this point of the field. There's a handoff and a good job of getting in behind the ball carrier and bringing him down from behind. Looked like Ryan Jansen got in there, number 21 for the Panthers.
Well, here's the play right here. Good blocking up front for Bedford, but Helton changes direction.
Sorry, it's 42, John.
Helton changes direction, and when he does that, he goes right into the pile. I think if he had kept it going wide, he might have gotten some yardage there.
That was Ray Karuru, number 42.
Karuru's another player who we've talked about for years. He's been a big defensive player for South over time.
He's an outside linebacker, just went into a three-point stance, but they run away from him, and it's still on its feet, breaking to the sideline. The 20, it's going to be Bennett into the end zone for a touchdown.
Bennett Matthews.
39 yards.
John, there was a hole that opened up, and Bennett Matthews took it. Here it is right here. Watch the hole develop right in the middle of your screen, and there it is. It wasn't very big. It wasn't very big, and he gets right through it all the way in. And there is your touchdown. And like I said, he didn't have far to go, right?
No.
Once he gets into the secondary, he's only got to go about another 20 to 25 yards, not another 65 yards.
That was 2nd and 9 after a nice stop on first down, and he went 39 with that quarterback keeper. The point after the touchdown is good.
Just what South did not want to see. Because Josh Porter is always a big proponent of starting fast. The other team started fast.
They sure did. Like a cannon shot through that thin seam through the South defense goes Bennett Matthews for 39 yards. I would love to see a foot race maybe after a week later between Bennett Matthews and Cody Jackson. There's two fleet of foot quarterbacks.
Yeah, no doubt about it, huh? I know. Let's start it. Let's sponsor it. Let's get them out there.
Yeah.
You know?
Battle of the Network Stars.
Yeah,
remember
there
that?
we go. Remember those days?
Tom and I are dating ourselves, but yeah, they used to get when everybody had to watch TV because there was no choice.
Well, you know what?
Internet.
That was an offshoot of what ABC used to do back in the 70s was the Superstar competition.
That's right. I forgot about the Superstars.
From other sports.
Sure, yeah.
Other sports
when they had actual athletes.
Yeah, exactly,
competing.
right.
And then they went to the celebrities.
Instead of these overweight actors.
And then we're looking at Gene Kaplan from Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yeah, exactly. Gabe Kaplan.
Gabe Kaplan. Going into arguments with Conrad, the guy that knocked the battery off my shoulder. They got into literal fights.
Oh, Robert Conrad.
Robert Conrad.
Oh man, are we dating ourselves? Oh boy.
And they're smoking in between events.
What show was Robert Conrad famous for?
Wild Wild West.
Yes, you got it, yes, John Collins.
I'm back there with you, Tom. We have a kick return right here, and it's Colvin Levesque trying to turn the corner. He is tackled after a pretty good gain.
And there is Colvin Levesque making a play for Nashua South, and that's what Colvin Levesque does. Here's the play right here. Watch him go. All right, he's going to cut. He's going to think about going to his right. Nope, nothing there. Let me go around this way, and there he goes. Step by step, avoids a tackle there, and he's got some room on the edge to run. Now, Bedford's going to seal that edge off so he can't turn the corner and go down the sidelines, but still a nice tackle there.
Connor Sturgis, number one of the best, fastest defensive backs they have.
Yeah.
He saved
a touchdown. Yeah, he may have. Yeah. He may have. There was a penalty on it, though.
Against
South.
Panthers, yeah.
Yep, so that's going to move it all the way back.
Well, that would have been even worse. You see kickoff returns for touchdowns sometimes just like that. It sucks all the cover people into one area.
Right, and then they reverse. Right.
On the outside.
But Bedford had enough on that side. So here we go, 1st and 10 at the 31.
And it's going to be a handoff cutting through and maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain on 1st down.
See, I think
Sam Levine.
I think Nashua's best chance in this game, not chance, but is if they can just get long drives and keep the ball out of the hands of that Bulldog offense. Keep them away from Helton and Matthews and company. You know, I think that's your best shot here.
Stay within one score in the 4th quarter. Quick hitter to the left, and it's picked off. It's going to be run back for a touchdown for the Bedford Bulldogs. That was number 21, Brody Helton, a linebacker that got in there and read the pass and picked it, and there are no flags.
Well, you don't want to give the ball to Helton anywhere on the field, but on defense, never, because he's going to do it. Here it goes. It's supposed to be for Levesque, but he was thrown into a zone that had 3 people around him, and Helton read it and all the way. The play to make there for Jackson was to float the ball maybe over those linebackers, but he threw a bullet, and it was picked off, and once Helton gets the ball there, he's either going to go inside the 10-yard line or he was going to go all the way. And we talked about the fast start, John, and look at this. Already it's 14-0.
We're not even 3 minutes into the 1st quarter of the 2025 D1 Semi-Final here at Bedford High School, and you see the score, 14-0. As Elijah Todd, the kicker for Bedford, hits his 2nd extra point in 2.5 minutes. You talked about Josh Porter wanting to get off to a good start. This is the exact opposite of that, Tom, unfortunately for the Panthers. Big hole.
Yep, big hole, and now all of a sudden, South looks up at the board. You're not even 3 minutes into the game, and you're already down 2 touchdowns.
They have to solve the defense. Meanwhile, if there's any team that can come back and score a lot of points in a short amount of time, we're looking at the Panthers.
Nashua South, they were down 21-7 late in the 3rd quarter against Pinkerton, like the last minute of the 3rd quarter. Won the game 25-21. They were down 24-8 in the game we did with them playing Bishop Curtin at halftime in the regular season.
Don't forget that one either. Yeah.
Came back and won that football game 28-24. So what you have to do to make those comebacks, you need turnovers, you need stops, and you need scores.
So you're saying that
saying there's a chance.
South has them exactly where they want.
I'm saying there's a chance. That's exactly it, right?
That's what they have to think.
Where they want them.
It could start with a nice return here, but that goes through the wickets of Fish, and it's picked up by Levesque, and he is going to be tackled inside the 15.
Boy, everything is coming up black and red in this start of this football game.
And we want to say in the first 3 minutes, because we haven't even played to the 9-minute mark yet. 12-minute quarters in New Hampshire high school football, and the Bulldogs have made the most of the first 3 minutes of this game. They'll play the winner of Salem against Pinkerton, a game that is scheduled to go off at 6 o'clock. We heard word of a blackout that delayed it, but they're on again. So South for their 3rd possession of the game already, Tom, and they look like they're going to go right to the air on 1st down, trying to clean up the passing game. A keeper, though, good scramble, and a gain of about 10 or 9 yards and a half. They're going to call it a 1st down. The side judge just has it as a 1st down to the 25.
Cody Jackson
making a play. Action Jackson again. You could tell it was a design pass, but he made the right decision not to throw it. Apparently everybody was covered again. Bulldogs, tough to find a weakness in the secondary. Breaking it to the outside and tackled after a decent gain. It looked like
Sam Levine with a nice run. Now he's their workhorse. They change it up with Levesque and Fish every once in a while, but usually, and then Cody Jackson, but usually it's Sam Levine.
Got a solid 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from South's own 30.
South needs to have some positive yardage. They need to have a drive. They need to show themselves that they can move the football and make plays against this team.
Levine the other way gets only a yard. Stacked up by about 3 or 4 Bulldogs who were there to greet him as he tried to go around left tackle. Getting another play now, a key third down play for the Panthers. A disaster strike in the previous possession, a pick 6.
There you see those cards being held up. I think you saw it at the top of your screen there. I'll talk about that in a second. Oop, they moved.
That was the hard count. Cody Jackson's been able to get free first downs like that all season long. The veteran presence, senior quarterback, gets 5 yards the easy way.
But usually those cards, when Scott Knight was coaching, I don't know how Josh Porter does. When Josh Knight was coaching, they held those cards up. Didn't mean anything. Didn't mean a thing.
You're trying to get the opponent to waste time?
Exactly. Trying to decode and everything. Exactly. Didn't mean a thing.
So
at least that's what I was told.
Well, that's the great anecdote there.
Yep.
Empty backfield, shotgun. It's a quarterback designed run and takes a heavy shoulder as he goes over the middle past the line of scrimmage. Number 21, Brody Helton, again bringing the hard hit. Same player that just had the pick 6 in the last possession for South. Greeted Cody after a 3-yard run. It's going to be 2nd down and 7.
Again, no rush for South. Take your time. Do what you have to do on offense. It's only in the first quarter. You're down 2 scores, but you know what? You can make that up fairly quickly.
Levine in motion, gets the handoff, tries to turn the corner again, and gets a couple. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about a long 5. 7:32. We are more than halfway through.
No, we're not.
Excuse me. 6 minutes.
This is 12 minutes. This is 12-minute quarters in high school.
12-minute quarters is right. I don't know why I was thinking 15. So we have a key possession here for South. Despite all the rough start.
It's a big 3rd down for them.
Backing up, 2-step drop, fires deep down the side. The hash mark, it's incomplete.
But look at the shirts. All right, here we go. Jackson flips the ball over the middle. Almost picked off. Almost caught, but how many jerseys are around Justin Fish?
About 3 more than Levesque over on the other side.
It looked like he was open,
yeah,
didn't it?
Did.
Yes, I know.
It's almost like Bedford knew exactly who Cody Jackson wanted to throw
Doesn't
to on
it?
that play.
It looked that way in the interception, didn't it?
Yeah.
It did. They look like they've got their playbook somehow, or they see something that they're able to decipher.
It absolutely does.
It does.
They had 4 people around Levesque when they got the pick 6.
Right.
They had 3 around him right there.
Now they're
That
going
wasn't Levesque.
4th
that was the other
and 5, and they were thinking of going for it. Now they called timeout. They were looking for the hard count. They didn't get it, so now they'll have to punt.
Yeah, more to your point, Tom. It was Levesque who was the intended receiver, right, when they got the pick 6?
Yes.
He had 4. It ended up being 4 players around him because he didn't even see the linebacker,
Right.
Brody Helton. Now, we saw that replay, and it was Levesque who was left alone, and he had 3 players around the intended receiver.
But the ball was in the same area, right?
It was.
Over the middle.
It was,
Both passes
yeah.
were over the middle, although that one was a little deeper.
But it was to that same side.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know who he hasn't tried to throw to yet is Josh
Tripp, except for that short sideline
right.
toss.
Yep.
Scrambling to do it. So South's got to put something together. They are struggling to find a rhythm on offense to begin the game. We're just about 5 minutes in, and it's been all Bedford, and they are hoping to get the ball back right here on a punt by the Panthers. The first one didn't go too good. It didn't go that far. So they're going to try to get at least into Bedford territory a bit with this punt. Bulldogs have had 2 touchdowns, one by the defense. And it's a fake. He's going to run to the right side. He's trying to get to midfield and get the first down, and I believe they
got it.
Got it.
Preston Boyce.
More than enough.
Preston Boyce, who's, if you're going to do it. Now, what happens, John, is on those plays.
Flag down on the field.
Uh-oh. Let's see. It doesn't look like.
I hear the Bedford fans cheering.
No, I don't think so, John.
No?
You look at Matthews. He's got his arms out.
That's true. None of the Bedford players are cheering. That's Nashua in the house here.
Zach
at
Matthews, the head coach, at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, he doesn't like the call.
Pleading with the side judge. Doesn't like the call.
Big play for the Panthers to retain possession. That is against Bedford. And
But
first down.
here's the thing. You call timeout, right? There's a timeout. South calls timeout. Zach Matthews has got to be telling his players, watch out for the fake.
Yeah.
Right? Because what happens on a lot of those plays, they may not be calling the fake. It's Boyce has the option sometimes if he sees the opening to do it. They probably told him, look, if you see it, take off. You got the permission to take off. And Boyce saw it, and he took off.
I thought the indication was blocking the back, which was kind of confusing since South really never gave up possession.
Yeah, I don't understand that call either.
Think South would be doing the blocking.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't understand that at all.
But the summation is that South still has possession, and it's 2nd and 9 on Bedford's 40. South had their best chance to score since the game began. They did get the opening possession and went 3 and out.
I think they had no intention of letting Bedford get the ball back and drive. So
Go up 3 scores.
Yeah, exactly.
So Cody Jackson backs up, looking to his left. Now he's going to pull it down and run with it. And again, I believe that was Helton that met him at the middle linebacker position. And 58 in on the tackle as well for the Bulldogs. That is Brennan Krause.
But that was Helton who was waiting for him right there. Helton is your spy, I think.
Yeah.
Helton's the guy who's got an eye on Cody Jackson because he knows that Jackson can take off and run. So he's trying to eye him wherever he can, whenever he can.
He's their Mike Singletary, their Ray Lewis, take your pick of this Bedford defense. And tough to get by. You got to pay the toll, apparently, of Brody Helton. Here he comes. He's blitzing around the side. He's going to flush Cody Jackson out.
Look at
He's showing off that foot speed as he gets inside the 25.
And the 20,
and a first down, right?
20. Well, he got out of bounds at around the 24, I guess.
24-yard line.
But South is marching, John.
Yeah, they are.
And you know what? They're doing what they need to do. They're not doing it all at once. They're getting chunk plays here, there, here, there, here, there. The only problem is they're down 4.
That's right. Yeah.
But that's all right. Keep it out of Bedford's hands. That's what you want to do.
Absolutely. Cody Jackson has receivers, pairs of them left and right. Now it's Colvin Levesque in motion. They're going to follow him to the left and look to throw down the end zone. It's going to be picked off. Second interception of the first quarter, and charging out is the quarterback and safety, Bennett Matthews.
Oh, that's right. That's Matthews. I thought it was Elsmore. I thought it was 17. It's 13. You're right.
Yeah, he might as well hang on to the football because he's about to be at quarterback.
With a flag down after the pick. So it's probably going to come back. The return. Right. Here's the play. Now, look. He is running to his left, and he's going to throw across his body, right? You don't want to do that. You want to be able to step into a pass like that. And unfortunately, again, trip, double covered in the end zone, and Matthews is right there and leaps up and makes that catch.
They were not fooled at all that he was going to go to the short man on the left side, that Josh Tripp was accompanied.
Not one bit.
Into the end zone. So Bedford with a great start to this game. That's putting it mildly. 2 interceptions. One was a pick-6 touchdown. This one takes a touchdown away from South as they had Josh Tripp down there looking to high point the ball, but it just was underthrown. And as Tom said, the cross-body kind of off-balance delivery may be doomed from the start when you get double coverage that far away. So the Bulldogs, maybe their worst field position of the game, though, and an opportunity for the South defense.
I'll tell you what, it's not easy to out-jump Josh Tripp.
Right, if you give him a chance. Stiff arm, good run down the left sideline.
Helton, I think.
Number 21, Brody Helton, who just talked about his great linebacking ability. You can see his running ability, too, with the football.
Brody Helton, Cody Jackson, and Sauhegan's Ryland Radulinas are the finalists for the prestigious Joe Ukika Player of the Year award.
It's a tough call.
That is a tough call.
I suppose it depends on who wins the championship. Do they do it
No,
after?
I think they're going to announce it on Thanksgiving Day. I think that's when they do it. Yeah. Press release goes out then.
Comes before the D1 final anyway.
Yeah.
And there's a tackle on the right side. The D2 final will be at Pinkerton tomorrow. It'll be Trinity against South
Interesting matchup. You know, the thing is, Sauhegan's obviously the favorite. They're unbeaten. You know, they're the Bedford of Division 2. But the two teams haven't seen each other all year.
That's a biggie.
And that's, you don't know how that matchup's going to go. So that's, you know, I think that'll be.
Those coaches are watching film as we speak, Tom.
Right, but the players, seeing is believing sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
The players they haven't played each other.
You don't find out the true nature of the matchup until you get the matchup.
Get the matchup, exactly.
In person and on the turf. So timeout is called.
Pearls of wisdom
field.
from John Collins right there, everybody. Keep that in mind. You don't know the matchup until you get the matchup. There you go.
I throw my Yogi Berraism out there. So we have a break in the action with 4:08 to go in the first quarter. And I think South should welcome this break in the action to talk about what they might do here to get a turnover of their own. That would be huge. And you hear coaches so many times tell you guys, these sports writers down at Gillette, you got to win the turnover battle to win the big games, right?
Yeah, well, they're 0 for 2. They're down 2.
Yep. And this Bedford team doesn't turn it over very much.
They don't.
So Bennett Matthews.
Helton's only fumbled twice all year.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Do we know Sam Levine's stat on that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
And I don't think Levine.
We haven't seen him fumble.
No, these guys don't turn it over either.
Yeah.
You know, they don't fumble it. They don't
Straight drop. Bennett Matthews has all kinds of time. He throws it short over the middle. It is complete.
Nice
Good
choice.
Jump cut by Brody Helton out of the backfield.
Nice choice. He was looking to try to go deep, right? I don't think you want to go for a home run there. You're deep in your own territory. It goes short, and Helton was the safety valve on that play.
Got to take a play off. Got his helmet knocked off.
He doesn't like something.
Get some face time, though, on the D1 semi.
There he is. We
final
see Brody Helton.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it'll be 1st and 10.
He's got almost as much hair as I do. So
that's the untruth. You have about as much hair as the soccer coach
in college.
For
I had thick.
Bishop Girton.
College, I had thick.
I know you did. I think I saw a picture
hair.
once. Yeah.
Yeah. All gone.
Right.
Not all of it. I still have some of it left.
So the two men in motion for Bedford go to the near side, and the handoff crossing around, and Bryson Durso changing direction 2 or 3 times before he gets a nice gain on first down of about 6.
He was doing what the late, great Bruins coach Pat Burns used to call fancy dancing.
Really? That's a name.
That's fancy dancing.
Fancy
and that's what Durso was doing.
Yeah,
we got injury
down.
Don't
want to see this at all.
No, definitely not. Especially because now anybody that goes down now is a starter. You see that. They're going to have to go to the bench.
And a key player that got you to this point.
Right, exactly.
It was at the point of attack of the tackle of Bryson Durso.
And up he goes.
Oh, there he is. 79 is Caden Doubleday, whose name we do say a lot on tackling on defense during the course of the season.
And I'll tell you the player that Burns was always talking about when he said that.
Who's Fancy Danson? Was it?
It was in the late 90s.
Rick Middleton?
So take a guess.
Wasn't Middleton?
No.
Was he not late 90s? He was 80s? Nifty? No?
No, it wasn't him.
Was it on the Bruins?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Burns was the coach.
I cannot remember.
Sergei Samsonov.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we had him.
He was drafted in the same draft as Joe Thornton.
He had a nice hockey name, I'll say that.
Yep.
And
a yard maybe on that play.
I think Thornton outlasted him by about 10 years, though, didn't he? And it's close to a first down for the Bulldogs, so they have to convert here. I imagine this is 2-down territory for them to get this 1 yard. As Bennett Matthews will be in the shotgun once again with Brody Helton standing to his left. He's going to hand it to the man in motion, which is Durso again. He's got the first down as he cuts it up inside the 40.
Yeah, Durso did a good job, just followed his blocking. He didn't have to dance that time. He just was able to just follow everybody and follow the train and run behind some big bodies that Bedford's got. So, I mean, these teams, a lot of these games are won in February, March, April, and May, John, when they get in that weight room and they start pumping away.
You get an idea of how tough this Bedford offense is to stop. They got the physicality, they got the big bodies, they got the play calling to mix everything up, and the execution, whether it's the run or the pass. Now they have trips to the right, and Bennett Matthews going to just faked the handoff and tried the quick hitter over the middle, and Durso couldn't. It was too hot to handle.
It was too hot. It was a quick hitter, all right. It was so fast that Durso wasn't ready for it.
So there's
and that's a play you practice. That's
sure.
something you practice all the time.
Yeah. And just maybe want to take a little bit off of that if you are Bennett Matthews. Hard to say tone down the adrenaline on this stage, though.
Cody Jackson kind of warming up to see how he is. John, I think that Jackson...
Shaking up?
Yeah, I think that hand that was bothering him, it looked like it was, bothering him on a couple of those throws. He didn't quite have the grip on the football that he needed to have. We'll have to check on that later on.
2nd and 10, ball on the Panthers' 40-yard line. Durso in motion, handoff to Helton. Breaks it to the right. Jump cut, but he's tackled after a pretty short gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. The tackle made there on the left side by the Panthers. I think that was number 10 coming up from his defensive back position, John McDevitt, that sealed off the corner. So it's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Look for them to go back to the air.
All these names on South that we've been calling for years, and they're all going to graduate.
Yeah, it's a generational team for them right now.
Yeah, it really is.
And the keeper, Bennett Matthews, crashes over the left side, but he's going to be well short of the 1st down.
On 3rd and 8, so what do you do here if you're Bedford?
Bruno Gonsalves in on the tackle.
You're 4th and 8, you can pit them deep, but you probably, high school teams, when they have a 4th down inside the 40-yard line, they usually go for it.
I think you just call out Aubrey to kick the field goal. For the, they don't have that?
He missed one. He'll miss one here and there.
He will.
He's
human.
Yeah.
And it is going to be a 4th down try here, 4th down territory for the Bulldogs, obviously.
Do they get the playoff before the quarter ends? That's
right.
Well, they have.
Yeah, they could just milk it and try to get South offside.
The hand is in the air, so they got 5. They got 10 seconds to do it.
All right. 2 men in motion again.
So they're going to have to get a playoff.
And they did, but there was a timeout called by the Bulldogs before the snap.
Had to use it. Well, no, they were close to the time where it was going to be a delay game.
Oh, the play clock.
Yeah, the play clock. So that's the thing. 6.6 seconds left. Right. You usually don't call.
Difference between I was looking at the
basketball coaches will call timeouts with 6.6 seconds left in the first quarter, for crying out loud. It drives me nuts. But football coaches need to do it because they don't want the penalty.
Right.
4th and 3 in a 30 ball in a 33. It's a big play, John. Because
it is. It's an opportunity for South.
Well, it's an opportunity for South, but it's also a golden opportunity for Bedford because if they go up 3 scores, with 1 quarter in the books.
I know South has the capability to come back from 3 scores down on most teams. This team might be a different story.
Yeah, it might be.
So, yeah, it is a big, big play here on 4th and 3. And it would be a great moment for the Panthers to come up with their first turnover of the Bulldogs, who have a pick 6 and a pick off in the end zone, their own end zone. So far here in the first quarter, there's 6.6 seconds left in it. Number 6 in motion. Handoff. Brody Helton crashes through. He's at the 30, and he is going to go into the end zone from 33 yards out.
4th down play and short. And you know what? Because it was 4th and short, you see a deep man, there's only one. And once he gets by them right there, the missed tackle by Tripp does it right there at the 25-yard line. Tripp had a chance to get him. He had to come across his body to make that tackle. And Helton right there gets by him, and Fish is going to try to hold him, but Helton's a big guy. He's not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to do it.
Linebacker size with running back speed, and it's usually going to take 2 or 3 players to tackle him, and this was not going to happen on that play.
An unsportsmanlike call on the celebration, so it'll be taken on the kickoff. I think they're not moving the point after back. So South opts to have it on the kickoff, and so Bedford's Elijah Todd will boot it through.
Tom, the first quarter, this is an untimed point after, obviously. The first quarter of annihilation by Bedford is over. Let's see what the second quarter brings.
Oh, man, I'm telling you, you do not want to have to be down 3 touchdowns. Early.
Nightmare start for the Panthers.
Oh, awful. 3 big plays.
They give up 34 points to the Bulldogs in all of the regular season game. And as you can see, they're more than halfway there already here at the end of the first quarter, as the extra point by Elijah Todd is also good. 21-0.
Ouch. Ouch. Yeah. No other way to describe it. Right? The Panthers down 3 scores to this Bedford team that they came in confident that they could do something against, and unfortunately, after 12 minutes of football, they have done just about everything wrong that you can do. You know, 2 turnovers, 1 big run on a 4th down play. Again, you load the box up, your linebackers cheat in, you're thinking it's going to be a run to Helton, and you just got to stop him for a yard or 2. And he bursts through, and you're caught off guard and trying to make that tackle, and you're not able to do it because you're just a second slow. That's just it. If you're a second slow, gone, right?
Yeah.
You dive at him, you can't get him because he's already in motion with a step ahead of you.
Yes, that's like the Thanksgiving table when I was a kid. You had to be quick to get the best slices.
Well, my Thanksgiving table now is I just.
The Tom Pound.
Everybody out of the way.
Is your domain.
Yeah,
and it's like,
exactly.
You don't have to worry about that.
No.
But happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there early. Tom's still thankful that we have no Thanksgiving Day game.
In a way. I mean, I like the
nostalgia, but you had to work. You had to work it.
Yeah, I liked the night before. That was great.
Wednesday night.
So I thought that was a good game to have. Good time to have.
It drew a lot of fans.
It did until the weather turned.
Yeah.
And when you're playing at night that time of year, we had a snowstorm one of those years, not during the game, but it was like that week, a few days before. Stands were all icy. We had rain one night, that kept the crowd down. So you're dealing with the elements, but you're going to deal with the elements no matter what. Yeah. But COVID actually is one of the main reasons why the game stopped. And once the game stopped, then you get to the point where there were a couple of they were just coming back to it, and they wanted to go.
And they play each other anyway,
right,
during the season.
Right. So I would have loved to have seen a 3-team rotation with BG in there.
Yeah.
But they play each other all the time too. So
the kick by Bedford's going to come down at the 31-yard line. Colvin Levesque running left to right, escapes one tackle, comes back the other way. And he is tackled at the 40, so it's a 9-yard return.
He ran about a mile to go.
10 yards.
He ran about a mile to go about 3 feet.
Yeah, ratio-wise, that is true.
Yeah.
Cody Jackson and the South offense trying to solve this Bedford defense with big boys up front. You see the 3 front men there, 51, 71, and 58. Those are players Alex Bissonette and just a big crew, 58, Alex Bissonette. We have 71.
The big guy I'm looking at
Connor
all the
Flaherty.
time. Flaherty just stands out.
Yeah, right in the middle. Look at him.
Flaherty
looks like NFL size.
Yeah, they eat corned beef more than once a year in his household. That's for sure.
Yeah, and to his left is.
You see some of these big kids. You see some of these.
Brennan Krause.
You see some of these big kids. Right? You ever wonder what the grocery bill is for a kid?
They do.
I mean, they really do. I mean, they gotta feed these guys, right?
And groceries cost a lot these days.
Yeah, it's not the school. The school
like
lunch.
$100
The school lunches only take you so far.
Exactly. That's why you got to get them off to the college buffet.
I mean, don't get me
scholarship
started.
Money.
Don't get me started. You want to go to a college
short game for South on first down.
You want to go to a college dorm that's got restaurant quality food. You go to Fox Hall and UMass Law.
Oh yeah.
All right. In fact, you look
third
like
down and 8.
It looks like you're in a restaurant because they have booths set up all around.
Did you partake?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you the next time we have a timeout.
Suspense?
Next time, right after this play.
This is a big play again for South. They don't want to give the ball back
Third
to
and
Bedford
8.
to begin the second quarter.
Right.
3rd and 8. And what will they dial up? You have Cody Jackson in the shotgun with Colvin Levesque standing next to him to his left, and they sprint left, looking to throw, flushed out of the pocket,
This
running
is
right.
what Jackson does the best. He improvises.
Comes back the other way, and it's into empty space.
Yeah, he comes back the other way and throws it. So he did a lot of running around and wasn't able to get anything on that throw. And there's a flag on the play. I wonder if there's a legal man downfield.
Roughing the passer against Bedford was the indication. A personal foul, and it is a 15-yard call.
Well, I guess if you're chasing Cody Jackson and you're not able to catch up to him before he gets rid of the ball, there's a little bit of momentum that's going to carry you into him.
I think a good piece of coaching advice, and I don't know if coaches Porter, Zach Matthews, or our buddy Jason Roby would agree with me, but I think pass rushers need, especially in today's day and age, play the ball. If you're close to the quarterback and he's about to let the ball go, play it like it's basketball, where you're going for the ball, because only bad things will happen if you try to continue on and punish the quarterback. You're going to get flagged.
But if
the ball is gone and you're playing the ball.
But if you're doing that, sometimes that takes away from what you really need to do is tackle the quarterback.
Sure, that's true. There's
that's
certain
the
cases where you could get faked out.
I don't like that theory. I think
But I'm talking about when the guy's on his back foot and he's already committed to the throw, and there's just like no way to fake his way out of it. And if you got help from your friends too, you got another guy
I don't
there.
know, because if you hit the quarterback when he's letting the ball go, as that play is, we got a holding call on South.
Yeah, I see your point. Don't hit him in the head anyway.
Well, that's just it. Don't hit him in the head.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's a lot of roughing the passer calls are because there's helmet-to-helmet contact.
Or hand-to-helmet contact.
Right.
Yeah,
so there's a holding call on South, and that's not what they need as a penalty. You have the turnovers. You don't want to mount the penalties on top of that.
So they got 15. Now they give 10 back.
And you know what? I think they're going no huddle.
Yeah.
To try to up the tempo and get Bedford back on their heels, and also try to score quickly so they can get some points on the board.
It's the Zitko play, Tom. You see the cards up there.
They don't mean that. The Zitko
throw it
side.
high and deep down the middle.
That triangle
over the wall.
That tells you it's fake, right? Nice pass.
There's a nice completion to the right side. They got a good chunk there on first down, but you can see they had to go so far just to get back to the original first down marker, and it's going to be second down and long, still 2nd and 13 on the Bedford 45. A must-make drive.
And a lot of time left in this first half. We still have a good chunk, almost 10 minutes.
Could be 2 or 3 possessions for these two teams. South needs to make the most of this one right here. In the shotgun, Jackson, straight drop, looking left, throws left. It is completed, but swallowed up as soon as he caught it was Josh Tripp.
Got one to Tripp. We finally call his name. And, look for that to continue during this game. You would think if Jackson South is ever going to come back. But, of course, Bedford knows it. How many jerseys around? You don't cover Tripp one-on-one.
Now, Tripp's right for the Panthers. They're going to have Colvin Levesque along with Tripp, and also Raphael Perron joins the crew. Split end junior on the far top of your screen.
Who's the poor lonely guy down here at the bottom of the screen? Oh, it's
boys. Handoff goes up the middle, so they try to fool him with the setup that it was going to be a pass play.
And spread offense.
The run still goes nowhere because of those big 3 bodies up front for the Bulldogs.
Still with the no huddle.
And the biggest body of all, as Tom pointed out, Connor Flaherty.
Jackson looks to the sidelines for the play, and here's another sign that those cards are fake, because they came up kind of late.
And so it is a 4th and 11, and you see South is going for it as Jackson splints to the right, and he throws it deep down the field. It is complete to Josh Tripp. Big play.
Did he get in? I can't tell. No signal. Let's see if he got in. There's the throw downfield inside the 10. He got by the defense, and he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 1.5.
Inside the 5.
So Durso is there, but really they had 3 players in a zone, but Tripp was able to create some space somehow and able to get that catch. And that's what South needed.
And so now they need to convert from goal to go. It's a keeper, and he fooled everybody, and he gets into the end zone. Cody Jackson, and South is on the board.
I think if they have the ball inside the 10-yard line, you can almost count on Cody Jackson getting a run on one of those plays, and he takes the ball right away on that first play.
Yeah, after this
great touchdown for South. They are finally on the board.
There you see the quick strike.
And they're back in the game.
Boy, did they wait to do it, though. 4th and 11, and they come up with the big play, taking advantage of Josh Tripp's great talents in going downfield, and somehow it looked like he was only single covered on that play. The kick after touchdown by Preston Boys is good, and we have a 2-score game again at 21-7.
That's big.
It was huge. Made a game of it. Almost turned it back over on downs. Instead, a big flip of the script. And instead of Bedford having a chance to go up by 4 scores and turn it into a complete rout and a laugher, we have a game again. The playmakers, the seniors coming through for the Panthers, as Tom King said that they had to do in this game to have a chance against this Bedford football juggernaut of 2025.
Flaherty talking to the line judge to try to sell something. I think he wanted to say there was motion or some kind of play, he said, you're planting the seed in the ref's eyes.
Seed, yeah.
That's what you're doing. You can tell, you saw that in the bottom left corner of your screen earlier, number 71.
I want to say, too, great handheld shots down on the field by our BCTV camera crew. Owen Siegel and Jacob Monroe are down on the field to get that reception by Josh Tripp on the sideline. Bill Jennings on the main camera up in the booth. And the kickoff by Preston Boys. He's going to go with a squib kick. And a big return and a catch by number 1, Connor Sturgis. Good hands and good return. And Bedford again set up with tremendous field position.
I guess you don't want the long return. I guess you're hoping that maybe it bounces off a body like we saw with Souhegan last week, where they did it twice and they got all their,
Andrew Healy, the kicker for
Souhegan. Yep. But do you really want to give Bedford the ball at the 50-yard line?
No, you do not.
No.
But that's where they are, right at the midfield stripe. You get the best seat in the house here on Nashua ETV and BCTV. As Bennett Matthews goes back to work. One step and he fires, and he's got a completion to the near sideline.
And you're a lot warmer than that's Elsmore, number 17. Let's see, was that complete? I don't think it was.
No, he didn't hang on to it.
Incomplete. It was over his head.
Yeah, it was a bit up, and so it becomes 2nd and 10.
Yep. You at home are a lot warmer than we are here. You're not watching this live, obviously, because NFHS has the rights to it, but you're watching it in the comfort of your home, and hope you enjoy it.
8:01 to go in the first half. Bedford trying to go back up by 3 scores. Matthews back in the shotgun, and he has Durso in motion, but he's going to flip it to Brody Helton, who crashes down the left hash mark and gets a nice gain on second down. It's a nice call.
You got the man in motion. You want to draw the defense to that side, overload the right side, and go left with Brody Helton. If there's one back you want to leave out there with just his blockers, Helton is the guy to do it with.
Karuru and Helton were face-to-face there for a moment, and I think Karuru wanted a flag for unsportsmanlike, the way he was gesturing. Well, what did I do? I just tackled him.
Helton's got an attitude.
Edge?
Yeah, he's got a little edge to himself.
Yeah. Two-way player, a linebacker, a fierce linebacker on defense.
But Helton and Matthews, where they're going to college, I believe Helton's going to Rutgers. Yeah, they're going for lacrosse.
Those two better not be at the same college buffet table.
No,
that could get ugly.
Exactly. Oh, by the way,
that's
we did ESPN New Hampshire. I was doing the show with Christian Arcand, who's now at the WEI. We did on Fridays. We had to go by contract to UMass Lowell to do a remote our show that we had at ESPN Christian and King.
It turned into a better treat than you thought.
If they were doing if they were playing a home hockey game that night that ESPN New Hampshire was broadcasting, to set it up, we had to go and do the show.
I remember that.
At noon to 3. And we were set up right across from where they were cooking the brick oven pizza. Okay? So that's one station. You go to your right, they had stuffed baked potatoes. And then there were other buffets all set up around. I mean, it was restaurant quality. It was, we'd eat. They were done. It was lunch, so they were done. When they were done, they were taking the stuff down. We couldn't eat after or anything like that. But we were eating throughout. I mean, it was just. You get the commercial breaks. You live for the commercial breaks.
You got it one day. Can you imagine you're there every day?
I know. I know it.
Shotgun direct snap to Bennett Matthews, design quarterback run, and he gets
Yeah,
the
you know
first
what?
down.
And that's a nice tackle there. That's a really nice tackle by Ted Smiley for South, because if Matthews had gotten away from him, see ya.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to be ya.
Yeah, he has a 39-yard touchdown run already.
Yeah.
And that would have been another one.
Yeah, he would have gone to the house.
Yeah. First and 10, though. Smiley's tackle not before. Matthews gets the first down on the near hash mark. Ball at the 37, first and 10. Two receivers split to the right. Durso is the far right man. In the slot is Dylan Belair. The handoff, nobody. It's Durso. It's too low, though. Incomplete.
You know what I'd do on a play like that? I would fake it. I'd fake the throw and then go deep.
It looked like they disregarded the slot man that did go deep.
Yeah, no kidding. I bet if you fake that throw, have the safety like Tripp or whatever come up to make a tackle.
Do you think Bedford needs any more help to score points, Coach?
You always need help to score.
It's a good play, Tom. I won't take it away from you.
You always need
But I'm
help.
just saying. But, if they continue next week and we see that play, we know where it came from.
Exactly.
If they continue to play the winner of Salem against Pinkerton. Salem also looking for the upset in that one, as South is here, crashing forward with just about first down yardage.
Hard run by
Helton and
Helton.
Levesque come together.
And you know what, John? This is how Bedford answers the South score with a sustained drive.
Taking time.
If they take time off the clock, run the ball, get the clock ticking. Of course, it's stopped now because it's 2nd and 10, and they have a penalty on the play.
Penalty on the play.
And that's going to knock him out. It had to be a hold at the 37-yard line. It's going to knock him maybe a 2nd and 20.
It did look like our lead official backed them up with a hold. And this is going to turn into...
back to midfield. Back to the
spot
47.
foul?
Yeah, spot foul, 10 yards. The hold was at the line of scrimmage at the 37.
So this is an opportunity for the South defense.
They were going to have a 2nd and 8. Now they have a 2nd and 20. At
Problem
the
with
47.
this, one of the many problems with this offense is that you don't even know on 2nd and 20 that they're definitely going to not run the ball. And they do. Helton cuts it to the outside. Crashes over the top of Colvin Levesque, who is again there to take him on. Despite the size disadvantage, Colvin Levesque is a football player.
Yeah, Colvin Levesque, I did a story on him this week. He is everything you want in a football player,
Does it all.
Yep. And smart.
Doesn't want it to be his last high school game.
No,
tonight.
and he started a few games the second half of his freshman season. And his sophomore season, he was frustrated because he was still so much smaller than everybody else. So that got him in the weight room, really dedicated to it. And he makes the plays.
At the peak of his game tonight.
Nice
Bennett Matthews fakes the handoff after play action, and he throws it very deep down the field. And
what a
it's
pass.
completed for a touchdown.
What a pass.
41 yards.
Oh, my goodness. And I'll tell you what, Matthews gets protection.
Landon
to make that.
Ellsmore on the
watch
reception.
the protection he has. Right here, the linebacker comes in. That's a great block to allow Matthews to make the play. That's Connor Sturgis for Bedford with the block, and that allows the pass to Ellsmore.
Tremendous play by Bedford. I know we said it was a 41-yard pass play, but when you look at how far he's into the end zone and how far behind the line of scrimmage.
About a 51, 55, 56-yard pass.
In the air.
In the air. No, Matthews is the real deal.
That was remarkable.
Yep. In fact, I was surprised that Matthews wasn't a finalist for the Ukeka.
Getting ignored.
I mean, he was one of the semifinalists.
Okay.
But I was surprised he didn't make it to the next round because he would have been my choice.
Well, he's got the running ability, and you can see he also has the passing ability to play at a high level at the next level.
He would have been my choice to get to the finals. I don't know if I would have voted for him all the way.
He is a senior. It'd be interesting to learn where he is headed next fall.
I forget. There is a school. He's playing lacrosse as well.
Lacrosse guy.
That's why I told you that Matthews and Helton are lacrosse. They're the two best lacrosse players in the state. And they are going to go, I believe, Helton's Rutgers, and I'm not sure where Matthews is headed.
I'm so old school. I'm thinking, if you have a choice between football and lacrosse, of course you play football. But, that's not the way it goes these days.
John, if I had $1 for every time I interviewed a Bishop Girton football player and said, okay, you going to play football in college, or are you going to go, no, I'm playing lacrosse, right? I wouldn't be up here in the booth with you. I'd be down in Florida basking in the sun in warmer temperatures.
That's where it's at.
Sitting out by the pool. Yep. So
lacrosse is a major sport in college, and obviously
John, we have the windows open up here. I'm cold. It's cold out there. I'm glad I'm not down on the sideline. It is chilly. This is a cold November night. This is what I was afraid of when they said they were playing all these D1 games at night.
Yeah, we're getting deeper into the fall.
But it's good.
The winter's around the corner.
It's good. It takes away, it gives D2 and D3 those days where they get to shine on their own. And there's a return up to 37-yard line.
Decent return by Levesque.
Now they got 5:18. I think Nashua South needs to put another touchdown up on the board.
Absolutely do. You talked about the only way to beat Bedford is to outscore them by scoring a lot of points, and 7.5 won't cut it. South needs to make the most of what could be their last possession of this first half. Down
you don't want
28-7.
You do not want that.
They do have the offense to score twice in 5 minutes. That's if you get the ball back with a stop. Easier said than done also against this Bedford team, who owned the number 1 seed to begin the 2025 tournament. They got a first-round bye. And rolling out to his right is Cody Jackson. He fires it off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Justin Fish, who got into a little bit of almost a headbutting thing there with Brody Helton again.
Yeah, again, Helton. Yep, that's his MO.
Yep. So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Panthers. And there's the other flip side of trying to get a quick hit touchdown. If you don't, you leave all kinds of time on the clock for the Bedford Bulldogs. That's a handoff and plowing ahead up the right hash mark. Great leg drive.
Well, that's what you want to see if you're South. You want to see a little bit of fierceness. You want to see a little bit of physicality
from Sam Levine.
You want to see that you're going to be able to do it. Now, again, there's more talk there with Helton.
Wow, this continues.
Yeah, it just does.
3rd down and 2 for South. And back to Levine. Gallops over the left side, hits 2 Bedford players, and he gets stopped just short of the line to gain.
So now you got an interesting call here.
Yeah, you go back to Levine and try to will your way for the final yard.
Yep.
The longest yard right here for the Panthers. If they go back to the run, it looks like Bedford's selling out for it. Will they have to maybe keep it in the hands of Cody Jackson?
They got
to hand off and run off to the right side.
They got to go for it. They're not going to do the count to try to. Now they get a little delay. They look back at the cards to see if there's anything that they really need to look at on those. I don't know if there is completely.
4th and 1. And the handoff is back to Levine. He fell as soon as he got the handoff.
That's an interesting play because when he went down in high school, if you go down, you don't have to be touched.
No, and I think he fell short.
He did, but where are they going to spot it? And I think they're spotting it short.
Yeah.
They're going to have to measure this.
Yeah, you can see if that down marker on the first down marker at the top of the screen is correct, they needed to get
to
one more hash mark, and
yeah,
they're too close to
need to get to
45.
they need to get to the 46-yard line free and clear.
Right.
And that ball is just over the 45.
But they bring the chains out in high school still, an opportunity to see the chain gang.
Thank goodness.
That you can't see on TV anymore.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
The network.
They don't even
NFL.
measure. They don't even measure that much anymore.
No,
they didn't even do that.
They eyeball them.
They try to avoid it.
And then usually, if you challenge the spot, you lose. So.
Oh, way short.
Way short.
Yep, way short.
At least the length of the football, maybe 2. And so Bedford will take over on downs with 4 full minutes to go in the first half, already up 28-7.
Man, South cannot buy a break.
No.
They got the one touch.
Because
they got the one touchdown that's set up by the long pass to Tripp.
And it wasn't even because he got tackled short. He just happened to trip on that one critical play.
And he went down. And again, in high school football, you go down without being touched, you're down. They don't.
Can't crawl forward.
No, you can't roll.
You're touched.
Yeah, right, exactly.
When your knee hits the
it's
ground.
All it's a safety thing.
Yeah.
4 minutes exactly left to play, as you see on the clock at the bottom of your screen. Oh, they're showing blitz right here.
Yeah, they are. It's a run blitz.
Yeah.
They can't get to Helton, though. He turns the corner for 5.
Boy, they are lucky that didn't turn out to be a big run, because Helton, full head of steam. They were run blitzing up the middle. If you're going to run blitz up the middle, you want to get to the man with the ball before he's able to turn the corner. They weren't able to do it, but they had enough back there. They had enough back in the secondary to make those plays. So they blitz with the linebackers and keep the quarterbacks out there and safeties.
Yeah, it looked like, again, in on that tackle at the corner was John McDevitt.
He's had a good game defensively.
Going to the right now. Helton gets tackled after a gain of 4.
Helton looking for an opening. He wanted to cut to his right. I think if he goes darts up the middle, not the middle, but just doesn't cut to his right, darts right straight ahead, he's got more yardage.
What did Coach Burns call it? Fancy dancing?
Yeah, well, that was...
Helton doesn't need to do that.
He didn't dance. He just faked and stopped and
moved. He jump cut.
Right, Durso was dancing.
Yes.
He was doing the late Pat Burns would do fancy dancing. Got to know Pat Burns a little bit because he was doing color for the Monarchs games.
Oh, right.
Yep, after he retired as a coach.
3rd and 1, and it'll be Helton blocking for the quarterback keeper, Bennett Matthews. Stiff arm, cuts it inside. He's down near the 20 before he's driven back.
Look at this. Matthews plowed down.
Yeah, that was flirting with an unsportsmanlike for not stopping, and there
and a flag is thrown, and that usually, when the flag goes up like that, where everybody's standing upright, that means somebody said something.
Yeah.
And it could go on either team. So let's see what this call is going to be.
That's true. Helton's in the middle of it. I don't know if they're going to get him. He seems to be pleading his case right now, so it is against Brody Helton of Bedford, I would imagine. He's trying to demonstrate why it's a bad call. He's going to lose this argument, though. 15 yards after a very successful quarterback keeper.
Well, the thing is, he's not arguing with the official. He's arguing with one of the judges. And, now the judge is going to come over and maybe see, he's going to say, I'm not going to.
Unsportsmanlike against Bedford? Is it one against South?
No, none. It's on Bedford.
It's on Bedford, yeah.
So it's after the play. Yeah. So you go from where the foul occurred, it's 15 yards.
Well, as we were watching the play, we went from Bill Jennings' camera up here to Owen Siegel and Jake Monroe's sideline camera. And that tackle went on for an extended period of time. You could almost said too much after the whistle, but it was something that Brody Helton said, as Tom pointed out, that caused that flag to fly. So he's explaining it now.
Now it's going to come over to
Zach Matthews.
To Zach Matthews. Matthews is, he's a great interview after games. So I imagine if he can express things to us, he can express things to his team. And one thing he's got to tell his team is keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything.
Yeah, his son is the quarterback, right?
Yes, but I mean, the thing is,
it wasn't him.
No, it wasn't. But I mean, the thing is, you say it to your team at halftime when you're talking.
Yeah, let the scoreboard do the talking.
Right. Keep your mouth shut. Yep.
And so backed up on that.
At the 38.
1st and 10. They just erased the progress that they were making on the drive. Yeah, so they made the first down.
So now what's
after the play?
What's the delay? They're still talking to Matthews.
He's still pleading his case.
Still pleading his case. Yeah, exactly.
Zach Matthews is assisted by Bill Barry, Sean Donahue, and Ben Gambino. Head coach of South, Josh Porter, assisted by Joseph Bin and Matt Froman.
Now, there's a lot more assistants than that.
Yeah, there are, isn't there? You can see.
Yeah,
it's the whole crew that got them here.
Yep.
Sprinting to the right to throw on the run is Matthews.
Oh, just overthrown. Just overthrown.
Oh, incomplete, yep.
Just led him a little too far, but good job by Levesque on the coverage, and there were 3 white jerseys around that.
Trying to get a foot down and catch the ball, but it was a bit too high.
Boy, all this food talk's got me hungry.
Yeah, you planted that seed in my head, too. Taking me back to the Colby days when they did a fantastic job in 3 dining halls. It was almost like an all-inclusive resort. I mean, it was so much good food all the time.
Let's go there after the game. Yeah,
Siler's Corporation.
They do a midnight kitchen. They do a midnight kitchen.
Oh man, they did, especially the homecoming feasts. I mean, they'd get
food that I had at Northeastern was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. Yeah. Got worse later in the week.
Backing up Matthews after faking the handoff, going deep right. He's got a man, but is over.
Boy, he had him. He had him, and he was going just a little too far. I don't know if he would have scored if he had caught that ball. He might have gone out of bounds. He was running out of real estate over there, but he was open to catch that ball. Was Elsmore? He was wide open to catch it.
Do we have another penalty?
Yeah, we do. Let's see who this is on.
So that would have negated that anyway.
Bedford's moving back.
Yep, you're right. It looks like holding is an indication.
Boy, the penalties for Bedford are adding up in this game.
Right.
You wouldn't think they're the team that's up 28-7 with all these penalties.
Well, the yellow flag has been South's best friend on this drive.
It's been their only friend in this game.
Won't say in the stadium because it's a pretty good turnout of South fans, would you say?
Yeah.
Coming here to Bedford.
Not a bad turnout on a chilly night.
So 2 yards short of midfield, they're backed up. It's going to be 2nd down and 20. Bedford is not definitely going to throw even on a down like this, but South certainly looking for the pass.
Well, if there's anybody who can make up 20 yards in one play, it's Bedford, right?
And he's going to flip it. It's going to be a running play.
Durso.
Number 6 is Durso, and he's got a pretty good chunk over the right side.
He got about half of that back. Right now it'll be 3rd and 10. Should be at the 38-yard line.
Call coming from Coach Matthews. Confidence in his running game. On 2nd and 20, he's now 3rd and 10. A manageable 3rd and 10, you would say, especially for this Bulldogs
Well, as
team.
manageable as 3rd and 10 can be,
South converted on 4th and 11 in this game to get their 7 points.
The thing is, the South's defense now is going to be like, wow, they scored quick. Now we got to be tired.
This is 2-down territory.
They got to be tired. They've been on the field a lot tonight.
In motion goes Helton. Looks at him, throws left the other way.
Got to have blocking here if you can.
Elsmore cuts it back in the middle, and he is tackled, and it looks like a 1st down is the indication.
Oh, no, that's not close. No, he's about 5 yards away.
No, it isn't.
Look what the stick is. See the sticks across the field at the 28-yard. Always go for the sticks.
I was looking at one of the players who
was
fooling me with the indication. It was one of the linemen.
And now time is cutting short with less than a minute to play.
I think it's a foregone conclusion that Bedford's going to go for it here.
Yep.
And they might even need to throw it deeper because they're just letting the time tick off. Running plays probably won't cut it here unless they know they can break it.
You saw earlier the shot of the student fans with the purple rain flag. For South, 33.7.
They used a timeout. They let 13 seconds go off the clock.
Yeah, that's weird. Why?
Uncharacteristic, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Flub of the time management by the Bulldogs.
Yep, no doubt about it.
But still, 33 seconds is something to worry about if you're the South defense with this Bedford team.
Ball on the 37.
4th and 5.
33.7 seconds left, as you see there. Great job with our scoreboard people.
Our BCTV crew, Bill Jennings, Owen Siegel, and Jacob Monroe. We have Dan Young editing tonight's broadcast. Our executive producer for Nashua ETV is Pete Johnson.
DJ Petey Pete.
Yes. And you know, Tom, this will be our last get-together, I think, before the winter sports season. So you get a break.
Well, unless South makes the finals, we might have a get-together then, you know?
That's right.
You know?
That's
There's
right.
a possibility that could happen.
Did I just make that comment like they don't have a chance to come back?
Yeah, I think you did there, John.
I did. I'm sorry about that. I hope I am made to eat my words.
Yep.
And it would be an epic comeback at
But
that.
I
against this
will
sports
tell you
machine.
this after this play. I will tell you something after this play to keep in mind if
Okay.
you're a South football fan.
4th and 5 for Bedford. Trying to go up by 3 scores again. And 4 scores by
Does
halftime.
Matthews have the room here? I think he does, and I think he gets that first down. He does.
He knew exactly how far he had to get. and
No
he got
doubt
to it.
about it. 26.9 ticks left.
And what else he did? He went out of bounds.
Yes, to stop the clock. But they stop it to move the chains anyway.
true.
But then they pick it right back up again. This won't pick up again. 26.9 seconds.
Yeah.
Bedford down to the 24-yard line. A great run by Matthews. I think that when they always need those kinds of yards, you give it to Matthews. He's going to get it because your defense, while he has to start from behind the line of scrimmage, your defense has to get to him before he gets to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, he's going to make some yardage.
24 yards to get, 26.9 seconds to do it.
Oh, they can do that. We'll see.
And South digging in.
We'll see. And South can
Looking to throw left, throwing it deep. It's a double move, pump fake, and getting taken down.
Oh, my
Flags
goodness.
fly. Justin Fish is going to get flagged for taking down
yeah,
Landon
he
Elsmore.
did. Yeah, Justin Fish. Whenever you're behind the play and a step behind, that's when you commit the turnovers or the fouls. That happens in every sport. At basketball, when you're a step behind, you reach, you foul. Hockey, you're a step behind, you trip with your stick. Football, you knock them down.
There's an explanation. That
And don't forget, fans, in high school ball, it's not a spot foul. It is a line of scrimmage foul, a pass interference, and it's not an automatic first down either, depending on the yardage you need to get. So if you're 2nd and 20 and there's a pass interference call, it's going to be 2nd and 5. All right, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty, but the down remains the same.
In this instance, it is enough for a first down. Bedford can get a first down just short of the goal line as the ball is at the 12. 20 seconds. That only took 6 seconds off the clock, that last play. And the fake handoff, looking to pass right now, scrambling under heavy pressure as Bennett Matthews throws back across the field, intercepted by the Panthers. A big pick.
Cardinal mistake.
Josh Tripp, big play.
Cardinal mistake. Throwing across your body and across the other side of the field. Look at Matthews trying to make a play. Rolls out, looks, sees somebody cutting across. He would have been better off just throwing the ball away. Instead, he sees right there, he sees the receiver wide open in the end zone, but because it's across his body, it's a short throw. The throw doesn't have the zip on it that it needed to have.
Josh Tripp looked like on the basketball court picking off a poor cross-court pass. And
John,
on the
did I see a flag call thrown?
You may have.
I thought I did.
On the run back?
Oh, and it's not a good sign when the refs start talking to each other.
On the run back or before the
pitch? I'm not sure. So let's see.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer against
Ouch!
South.
No! Ouch! So Matthews, when he was throwing the ball, got popped as he was going out of bounds and had to be the play. Because, we were watching the receiver who was wide open and Tripp when he makes the interception. All right, so now you got a call to make if you're Zach Matthews. You got 6.5 seconds left. All right, you want points, and I think he's made his call already because I see Todd coming into the game. I
here. Time is a factor.
Well, I would take a shotgun snap
Sure.
and throw quick to the end zone.
Sure. Yep.
Right? And then
2 plays at least.
Yeah. They're not doing that. They're going to go for the kick.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I'm surprised. That's kind of
all kinds of twists and turns in the second
no
quarter.
kidding.
And here's another one. They're going to go for the 3 points on the kick. It is up. Elijah Todd's kick. No good.
Oh.
No points.
You get no points out of that drive. The only thing you get is the fact that South didn't touch the ball.
Yeah, and it's just as good as the interception. No points. South probably wouldn't have been able to do anything in 6 seconds.
Exactly.
Anyway.
You negate that interception. You mean you hand them? You negate the penalty that gave you the ball back in the first place.
Why would you not take the 2 shots in the end zone, or at least one?
He probably didn't think he had enough time.
Wow.
I'm curious on that. I'm curious why they didn't take that chance.
We have a tick left in the first half to get a kickoff here, apparently.
I wonder.
So I would imagine. Oh, it's a turnover on downs.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
A missed field goal. Right.
Missed field goal. So it's.
So you could just take a knee here, or heave it down to Josh Tripp.
Yeah. You don't want to take a chance on a Bedford at pick 6.
It's
so
a kneel down formation.
Kneel down, and they will go into the second half down 28-7.
Well, what a story, as Julian Edelman once said, what a story it would be if they come from 28-7 down to defeat the Bedford football juggernaut of 2025. But that is the task that is before Nashua South here. You're watching BCTV, Nashua ETV, telecast of the D1 Semi-Final for 2025. Come back with us for the exciting second half conclusion.
Check out our wonderful snack shack here. Some of the best burgers in town.
Stay with us, everybody. Don't touch that remote. We got 2 more quarters to go.
What can she get out of a box of cookies? New perspectives. Amazing adventures. Self-expression. A better world. Experiences and friendships to last a lifetime. She sees herself in Girl Scouts. You can too. Big fun, new friends. Be a Girl Scout.
Welcome back to Bedford High School in Bedford, New Hampshire. John Collins along with Tom King, BCTV and Nashua ETV telecast of this Division I semifinal game between 2 top teams. The number 1 seed Bedford Bulldogs hosting, and South looking to do what is seemingly impossible. Come back and beat the number 1 seed on their home turf, and coming from 28-7 down. It was a disastrous first quarter for the Panthers. A little bit better in the second quarter, but they're going to need to flip the script like they did against BG in the second half earlier in the season.
Well, that was 15 down, or 16 down, 24-8, so you were 16 points down. This is 21 points down to
against the 1 seed.
Against the best team in the state, arguably, during the regular season.
So here we go, and it'll be Bedford getting the ball first. Remember that South received the opening kickoff.
Did you visit the Snap Shack? Just curious. I didn't see any food on you. When you stepped out for a few minutes, I wasn't sure.
Keep your hands away from Tom when you leave here, because he's gonna be.
You know what I missed tonight? I missed Bill Thorpe's cookies.
Oh yeah, we are on the road here in Bedford, and Bill Thorpe is probably not walking through that.
One thing I did want to mention, I alluded to it, and we never got to, because all the excitement in that last minute of the first half.
Yeah.
If South wins this game, Stellos is eliminated as a site.
Really? They're going to take it away?
They don't want home field advantage. There is a football committee rule that was rubber stamped by all the other committees above it that says no home field, neutral sites only. Because they have moved the Division III game away from Laconia. Because even though Laconia and Guilford are 15 minutes apart, they're shipping that to Exeter. Because Bank of New Hampshire was supposed to be the site for Division III, as that kickoff, a squib kick, is taken by Bedford at the 15-yard line. And that was And so if South wins this game, there will be no championship game in Nashua next week. It will be played somewhere else, and who knows where. Maybe Exeter again, maybe back here at Bedford, because Bedford will be eliminated. Who knows, But that's the thing. If Bedford wins, it'll be at Stella's. So, and I don't agree with it. I think you get the neutral site, you make the pick, stick with it.
Because that's what happens in the Super Bowl some years.
Exactly.
Didn't Tampa Bay host
right,
their own
exactly.
Super Bowl?
Do it.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, you see, the thing is, you have all those people at those schools tying up their weekend plans.
Yes.
And
months
all
ahead
this,
of time.
right, exactly. Let's not do that to these people.
Good kick coverage by the Panthers forces the Bedford Bulldogs to have, medium rare field position back in their own
John,
end.
stop with that medium rare stuff. You're making me hungry. I'm telling you,
Everything's
stop
a food
it.
analogy, yes. So it is a good gain on first down for the Bulldogs, of course. They're Helton for 6. It's 2nd and 4. Team can throw it. They can run it. But we're still kind of scratching our heads about how that first half ended.
Yeah, I think
and how
one
South
more
managed to dodge a bullet.
One more shot. Yep.
Yeah, 6
even
more points.
even the 3 points would have hurt them.
And it's Helton right, Helton left, and he gets to the 25-yard line. Just needed 4. Did he get it?
Doesn't look like it.
Ooh, just short.
Yep.
It's going to be 3rd and less than a yard.
Kevin Hamill on the tackle for Nashua.
South with their big men up front are going to be challenged all game by this huge Bedford offensive line.
Big boys.
On both sides of the ball.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And now no tush-push formation here for Bedford. They're going to flip it to the I-back. It's Helton.
Ball's out.
It is out.
And a
Scored at
fumble.
3, and it's a turnover. Is that a live ball?
It is. Let's see. Let's make sure.
I haven't seen the emphatic point
They're
yet.
going to talk about it.
Haven't seen the emphatic point yet from any of the officials.
They're gonna
Almost
talk
like
about it.
surprised that
They're-
Bedford turned the ball over.
They got to talk about it, and they just did. They decided that it was a live ball, that Helton's knee was not down. Brody Helton, that is only his 3rd fumble of the season.
Wow. And he caught the officials by surprise, Tom. They
Yeah.
couldn't believe he fumbled.
You know-
I don't even think anybody saw the point of the fumble. And that's what the discussion was
That's the thing. No one saw it until it got loose.
about. So they just had to use
Right.
circumstantial evidence.
That's
That
the-
must have been a fumble.
That's the thing,
A couple of Bedford players were pleading the case that the runner, Helton, was down, but
Right.
none of the officials really saw it.
And that's not good.
No.
If you're an official, you need to see that. You need to follow the runner when he has the ball.
Big break for South.
Yep. And that's the thing. There's a lot of these
Quick hit to the
officials-
right. He got an open receiver. It's complete
Yeah.
for a first down to Josh Tripp.
Yep.
Slides forward. He gets about 14 yards on that.
John, the game this year especially has been too fast for a lot of these officials. And it's not good. They have got to get younger guys, and they've got to get more. I'm not making an age thing here, but you've got to get guys who are able to keep up with everything.
It's true.
Ooh.
And it just showed up on the big stage.
It did.
First down and 10, and it's a carry for Colvin Levesque to the right side. He got about 3, 2nd and 7.
You gotta keep your eyes on everything, and the game is.
Yeah, they got caught there. Kind of an embarrassing
Yeah.
situation. They're saying,
Yeah.
"Did you see it? Did you see it?"
Right? Yeah, not good.
And the lead ref had to make an executive decision. He said, "Yeah, the ball's bouncing free in space. I guess we're going to have to call it a fumble."
Right.
Because we can't explain why it wasn't.
It looked like that was the case, didn't
Yes,
it?
it did. Yeah. And I think if I was in his place, I'd do the same thing.
Yep.
There's a heave and a keeper.
Ooh, and Jackson.
Wow, what a play by Cody Jackson.
Yeah, but you know what I loved about Cody Jackson there? What did he do? Watch this play here. Watch what he does. All right, so Cody Jackson, he's going to throw it, and now he's running. And he sees a defender, and he tucks the ball and keeps it away from the defender so they can't knock it out. And that's the sign of a senior who's used to running with the football.
Get it in the arm away from the tackler toward the sideline.
Exactly. Yep.
Handoff, Levine bounces off the tacklers, but then driven back. Short gain on first down. Showing progress gets him maybe 1 at the 11.
That fumble's the break that South needed.
Sure is. It's almost like they got the opening kickoff.
Nudge that door just a few more inches open, right? Just nudge it a little bit. You open the door, you get the lock off, you open the door just a little bit.
They have to score,
oh,
though.
almost
pass.
picked.
Was that
my.
Helton again? No, it was 20. That is Cody Byer, just a
Cody
sophomore. Read the room. He had the...
He makes that play. Now, I don't know if it would have been a pick 6 because he had to jump up for it, and he might have...
And Cody Jackson's so fast, he might have been able to track him down.
Yeah, right,
but
exactly.
That
But
would have been a huge opportunity missed for South.
Right through his hands.
They need to score here, Tom. They're down 3 scores, and it would be a tremendous start to the second half. They had such a poor start to the first half. What's this discussion about now? The umpire and the referee talking it over about ball placement.
Ball placement or clock?
That was an incomplete pass. It should be on the 11. The ball should be on the 11. Looks like it's on the 12.
It's 13 or 12.
Yeah. Why'd they put it back on the 12? That wasn't a loss. Anyway,
remember where
going back to pass, throws it. It's complete to Josh Tripp, just short of the goal line.
Now,
That's a first down.
Tripp had to slide for it. Watch here. It's Tripp. Nice camera work. He has to just an off-balance catch.
What a great shot we had.
Yeah,
there.
that was.
Right on line with the pass.
And now Nashua's hurrying it up.
And they're going to go tush push.
Nope. Doesn't
Didn't
look like
make it. No indication. He's short of the goal.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
From our angle on the distance that we have to watch it, Jackson got lost in a sea of white bodies, but I didn't see any of those white bodies in the end zone.
Yeah, so they're going to get another play call here.
First and goal.
Yeah, that Josh Tripp catch was a first down.
Second and goal now at the 1.
At the 1. They need to come up with the play to punch it in to make it a 2-score game. Levine gets the handoff, and he is in.
Automatic.
Touchdown, South.
I don't think I've seen Levine stopped inside the 5 all season long.
Automatic.
Yep.
So it is a touchdown for the senior running back, Samuel Levine, who's been so tremendous all season long.
Just a nice play. Here we can see where Levine is going to run the ball. There you see he darts into that little bit of an opening. Not much, but he sneaks his way through.
Yeah, good job of pushing the big man
Vision.
away.
Levine's got good vision as a running back.
Flaherty was trying to fill the gap, but they got just enough push to open up that seam that you saw again with a nice camera work from behind the end zone. And there is your score, 28-14. South with a great start here in the second half. We're not yet 4 minutes played, and they're 1/3 of the way to tying this up. That's, of course, their goal, and Bedford would like to go down and expand the lead again on this possession.
South with 2 turnovers, resulting in scores.
Yeah, we talked about the importance of winning some turnovers back.
Bedford with 1 turnover, resulting in a score.
And one of the South turnovers was negated by holding. Josh
one of the
Tripp.
Bedford turnovers.
Excuse me, yeah, Bedford turnovers, one of the ones South won.
got, right, negated, right.
Yeah, but then it didn't matter because they went for a field goal and missed it. So when we thought they had a chance, a shot at the end zone with 6 seconds left, South will be teeing this up. Jason Brindley handles the kickoff for South. Saw Preston Boys do the extra points and punting. So Brindley is a junior. Good to have him for another season to handle the kicking. He's going to go with the squib kick here, and it's a good job of catching it on the run forward by Teddy LaPointe.
But they're still starting at the 40-yard.
Yeah, they give up field position with that.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, it's going to have those short kicks. I mean, it's not just these
Those
guys.
short kicks are the ones that really don't do you a lot of favors. You hardly ever see a turnover on the squib kicks go in second tier.
Well, we saw it with Souhegan, 3 touchdowns in
but I think it was
43 seconds, but it was because one was a squibber that went all the way, rolled all the way down to like inside the 30, and it was just botched. The other one was the one that we liked. That was Healy's kick that was a line
deflects an
drive.
up man.
Right.
Yeah.
Deflected hard off the up man. That's what you like. You like those hard line drive kicks.
Yeah, so little time to react.
Right.
There's a stop. Durso gets stopped, and it was again number 10, John McDevitt, that got all the way over there and read the play.
Yeah, the dancing Durso didn't have any room there. He had nowhere to go. So
A promising start to this half for the Panthers. They get the turnover on a fumble, a rare fumble by Helton, and then take it in and now stop Bedford on first down. But we saw quarterback keep it on 2nd and 9 for a 39-yard touchdown in that first half. Let's see if he keeps it here. No, he hands it off. Helton gets an ankle tackle by Karuru. Good tackle by the senior Raymond Karuru. Wow, they are going to lose a lot of players. Senior class is just
about
such
a dozen,
great
I think
players.
a dozen or 12 to 15 of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, and the thing is, a lot of them play, and a lot of them play both ways.
Including number 44, Bruno Gonsalves,
Oh,
another
guy,
great
another
player on
name.
defense.
All these names that we've been used to
Yeah.
calling for 3 years, John. You know, that's the thing
Exactly.
is, these aren't just seniors; these are 4-year players.
Fake handoff, looking deep down the middle. He fires. It's
Off
off the
his
fingertips of Bryson Durso,
That
who
was
would have
a
been gone.
Touchdown, and Durso knows it. He knows he should have made that catch. Look at him, just beside himself.
You mentioned it is kind of a cold night, Tom.
He's got gloves on.
He does have gloves on. I was going to say,
Got to make that catch,
got to
John.
make the catch.
Gotta
It
make
was
it.
a high velocity throw, but it was right on target.
It was right there. I mean, because if he lets anything else off that throw, it's knocked away or picked off. So you got to know it's coming at you hard, it's coming at you high, and you got to be ready for it.
Look at this. South gets a turnover,
What
a
is this?
touchdown, and a stop on down.
Is this a play in football? It's called a punt?
Is
this
it a
what
fake
it
punt?
is?
It's a real punt, and he boots it to the near side. It's going to bounce out of bounds. Good punt.
Yeah, not bad.
32, no
Yeah,
return.
but you want to, you
want
want
a coffee corner there.
Yeah, you want to get that ball inside the 15.
At least inside the 20.
Right.
But yeah, it's a 32-yard line start for South, who have a chance to cut this to a one-score game.
You're my shot.
Owen Siegel and Jacob Monroe handling our sideline camera today. And it's Bill Jennings up in the booth here at Bedford High School for BCTV and a joint telecast with Nashua ETV, our crew back in the studio, Dan Young, and of course our executive producer, Pete Johnson. Empty backfield for Cody Jackson. He's got Levine on the move, fakes the handoff on the end around, and Bedford's not fooled on the quarterback keeper.
It's not a bad play, but even after Jackson looks like he's handing the ball off, they keep an eye on him, right? And that's what they did there, and he was able to make the tackle.
Yeah, they didn't really sell anybody in the black jerseys.
No, they weren't faked
Levine
out.
was going to get it.
Nope.
Everybody was home.
I would have been sold. I mean, he's a typical first down guy.
There's a loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Jackson looking deep down the middle, and it is almost picked off by
looked it,
Helton.
didn't it? I would have thought that was going to be in Helton's hands, but just out of his reach. And now a big 3rd and 11. If you're South, you don't want to give the ball away.
No. They converted on the 4th and 11, but of course they were deep into the Bedford end of the field. This is where they have to punt if they don't make it on 3rd down.
Yep, here we go.
11.
Here we go.
Jackson straight drop, and he's under heavy pressure, gets rid of it. Levine trying to dance out of trouble, but he cannot, and it's going to bring up 4th and long.
Well-designed screenplay, and that's what they were running, and that's why Jackson was able to hold on to that ball and let it go. But now South's got a punt.
I know you're supposed to let them come after the quarterback, but Brennan Krause was coming so hard and so fast.
And I don't know. Now Bedford's got to be ready for a fake here, right? I don't think they're going to do it, but you got to be ready for it. You're down 20. See, it's not a route anymore. It's a 2-touchdown game. It's a 2-score game. So, and you've got 17 minutes left to play. So you're not going to do anything outlandish if you're South. You're going to play this straight.
Yeah, because you're basically gambling with the game here.
Yeah, right, exactly. They go up 3 scores, you're not going to do that.
There's a pretty good bunt.
That's a good
Punt. He's going to see if he gets the bounce. Yep. And the
got
roll.
Down to the 34.
About as good as you can expect for a high school punting game. And it's a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 34-yard line. Bennett Matthews getting the play call from his dad, Zach, the head coach of Bedford.
That was big. See, the one thing you don't want a football team that's down to do is to score consecutively on drives, right? Score on a turnover, and then they get the ball back again and score again. You don't want that. You want to be able to keep the ball. Now Bedford's got to play keep away and clock time.
Yeah.
So let's see how Matthews plays this, how the head coach and the quarterback play this up.
He's got Zane Beskar and Bryce Durso in motion. He's going to give it to Brody Helton over the left side for a chunk on 1st down of about 4.
If I'm Bedford, it's Helton right, Helton left, Helton up the middle, Helton around the end, Helton everywhere.
And that's why, that's how for Bedford, ideally, they would grind out what remains here of the 3rd quarter, take it into the 4th quarter, and score.
Helton to the concession stand to get his food. Helton everywhere.
Back to the food.
Helton everywhere.
Yeah.
Actually, right now I can use some hot chocolate.
I'd just take a hot dog at this point.
Anything hot.
Take the edge off.
Anything hot.
Shotgun snap. Bennett Matthews gets the low snap, and he hands it to Durso. Slips as he sees the hard charge of 55, Ted Smiley coming at him. With no smile on his face.
Durso was thinking, do I take him head on or not? And that hesitation forced him to slip. But now you know what you think, John. It's a November, mid to late November night, okay? And it's cold. And what happens when it gets this cold on a clear night? It gets a little dew stuff, forming on the field. And that may make things a little slippery.
Let's see. 3rd and 6, not 2-down territory for Bedford. Needing to convert to hang on to the ball. Sprinting to the left, looking to throw on the run, and it is not complete. Unable to complete it to Connor Sturgis.
Yep, he was going to Sturgis, and it just fell off his hands. So.
Slipped away in the cold, and Bedford will punt. So the defense is showing up big here in the 3rd quarter, including South forcing the turnover that led immediately to the only score.
That's a big stop for South. Now,
it sure is.
The negative on that is it took time off the clock.
Just not too much, though.
Not too much. About maybe 3 minutes.
3 minutes, yeah. They were in the 4s.
Oh, 5, 5s, I think, 4s or 5s. Maybe over, maybe not even 3. Maybe a minute and a half.
And so the punt for the Bulldogs will go down the right hash.
Nice kick.
Over to the left.
Ooh.
And it takes a south bounce.
I thought that was going to go a little further. It kind of hung up there, didn't it?
Yep. South will take that at their own 34, 33-yard line.
No, it's actually at the
38.
38. Yeah.
38, yeah. That's great field position.
It is.
So let's see what Cody Jackson and his offense can do with it. With what remains here in the 3rd quarter. How about this? If South is able to go down the field and score, it would become a 1-score game approaching the 4th quarter. And what a finish that would be. You could get down to 1 score in the 4th. 1-step drop, swing pass, it is complete. And Sam Levine is taken down at about the 42-yard line. Gain of 4 on 1st down.
Yeah, you're going to get that once he gets out into the flat. You're hoping for a burst straight ahead. You still have to get yardage out of it, but Bedford converged on it fairly well.
2nd and 6 for the Panthers. Mixing the pass and the run. This time it's a keeper by Jackson, trying to spin away from the tackler and got a yard. That's
They
it.
have done a good job. They have not let Cody Jackson get outside where he can do a lot of damage. So
is there a flag down?
Yes, it is, right on the 4.
It looks like it might be on Bedford the way they reacted to that. I'm not sure if it was a face mask or something on the tackle.
It had to be on the tackle. That's where the flag was thrown.
Yeah, there's 2 flags down there, so both of the officials saw it.
Where's the second?
Oh, holding against. I think there's one at the feet of the official with the side judge.
Holding against.
Oh, yeah, he's picked up, the side judge picked up his. There was a hold against the Panthers. And then, is there another call?
No.
Maybe that's the leader.
Nope, doesn't look like it.
I just want to know where the spot foul is. It is a hold against same call. Both officials saw it. Side judge and the ref. So that's going to move South back.
Where did they see it? I didn't see anybody near Jackson.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
This was going, it looked like it was a solo effort at the end.
Yeah, I'd have to check and see where that was.
But it pushes South back to 2nd and 17.
That's what you don't want, is to have to play behind the sticks like that.
Straight drop. Jackson, a quick hit to the right. Complete. Tripp trying to run after the catch. Good yards.
Wow, Tripp with his legs. He may have a first on that play. They backed off on Tripp. I don't know why they would do that. I don't know why you would back off on Josh Tripp, but they did, and it allowed him to get just at the marker. Wow. And he got beyond it, and first down. 1st and 10 for South at the 49.
Josh Tripp was on the top side of the screen. Now he's down in the bottom, closest to us. But what a nice stiff arm after the catch to get the yards to gain. And it's a conversion by the Panthers, and a big one. Looking to pass. Preston Boyes can't hang on.
Oh, Boyes had it, and he had it for maybe 10 to 15, maybe 8 yards, and it just fell down.
A little bit behind.
A little bit. Let's see the replay here. Hold on. There's the pass.
Slanting in.
Oh, that was right there.
You know what?
You got to catch that.
Very
you got to catch that, of course. We'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah. And now they're talking about the play. If I'm a defensive back and I see all that activity, I think it's coming to Tripp. It's coming this side anyway. He's looking right immediately to pass, and there's nobody open. He's going to go left. He's running out of room. Throws it away past the line of scrimmage, out of the tackle box. That's a good play by Cody Jackson.
Good play by Jackson. And heaved it away because he was sacked at the 41-yard line if he had.
Yeah, he was in the grasp of Alex Bissonnette. Was able to get rid of it, so it's 3rd down and 10. Now it might be 4th down territory. I'll go for it on 4th territory if they make it manageable. Right? Well, they have to get more than a few yards on this 3rd and 10 play from their own 49. 2:16 to go in the 3rd quarter. South started off in a big hole, down 21-0. Sprinting to the left and looking to pass. Cody Jackson trying to square up. No, he's going to run with it. He gets it down the sideline. Where did he go out? At the 44.
Well, there was a mistake made there, right? Because Durso's staring right at him, and he didn't want to get a penalty by hitting out of bounds. He thought Jackson was out of bounds. He kept pointing. No, he was out there, out there. Well, no, it wasn't. The referee didn't blow the whistle. If you don't hear the whistle, keep playing.
And he got a few more steps in.
And he got some extra yards there where Durso could have had it back at around the 47-yard line. Instead, he's at the 44.
4th and 3. A must-make conversion for the Panthers.
Those 3 yards show up big in 4th and 3. The difference between 4th and 3 and 4th and 6 and 7.
South hopes they have the play call to convert this. Otherwise, Bedford takes it over on downs. Looking to pass. Cody Jackson can't find anybody. Hits somebody in the flat and needs to make 3 yards, and he does. Sam Levine.
Levine was just standing there. He was all along. Throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. Cody Jackson looked downfield and checked off and threw to Levine.
The check down to Levine works. He did have to make a move to pick up the yards, but because he wasn't getting the ball that early,
he had time.
He had some players coming
had time to have a snack while he was in there.
Back to the food. Yes, far hash mark. 1st and 10. South keep the drive alive. And the handoff to Levine around right tackle. Big gain on 1st down.
That's a nice run. You don't usually see Levine run outside the tackles. That time he did. Nice game.
South trying to shift the momentum decisively in this second half. If they can score here, we will have some kind of a football game on our hands.
Well, we got a flag. We got Laundry on the field again. A lot of them throwing in this game, boy, I'll tell you. A lot of Laundry.
Almost every other play, it feels like at this point,
including
negating some big plays.
South's moving back, so Got 1:44 left to play in the quarter.
Spot foul from the 35 of Bedford, moves it back to the 45. It's going to be 15 yards to get. Need to get to the 30. Got 4 downs to do it. Cody Jackson at the peak of his game, the senior, getting his team to the state semifinal and trying to advance to the championship game. He's going to keep it, and he breaks 1 tackle, gets about 5 until he moves into a wall of black jerseys. And they say forward progress stopped at the 40, even though Jackson fell forward at the end.
He's got it about 2nd and 10. It's not bad.
Not bad. Yep. 2 more of those, of course, to get a first down.
Yeah,
it's easy to say.
Definitely not bad. Get there.
Sam Levine and Cody Jackson primarily handling the ball on this drive. Pass midfield and trying to keep it alive. Looking to his left to pass. Now he's going to sprint right and cut it up. Cody Jackson weaving his way through traffic.
Nice
First down, cuts back to the middle.
Whoa.
The 20, the 10. Cody Jackson with that foot speed, trying to outrun Bedford's defense. Finally, his opposing quarterback tracks him down. The tackle that saved the touchdown by Bennett Matthews.
Jackson knows he doesn't have a lot of room, knows he's got pursuit behind him, cuts the other way, and that's when he gets out into the open field. And that's what Bedford has been able to stop all day until that run, and Cody Jackson down at the 2-yard line.
What a thrilling quarterback run and a quarterback tackle for Bedford. They flip it to Levine. He's trying to sprint to the outside, and he is gang tackled short of the 5.
That's a big play now because that puts some pressure on South. They'd like to score before the quarter ends.
It was on the 2,
we'll see.
Tom.
Yeah, now it's way back at the 7.
Tackle for 4 yards loss.
Yep.
And then the second guessing starts again. Should you just go right up the middle? Could not beat Bedford to the edge, whatever. Looking to pass left. Cody Jackson flushed out of the pocket. Still looking to pass. Gets rid of it.
Yep.
Out of bounds. And it's going to be a 3rd down and
Third
goal from the 6.
With 11.2 left to play.
Wow.
In the quarter.
It happened so fast, but that first down tackle for loss was a huge play.
Huge.
And also the tackle by Helton to catch up to Jackson. We were talking about the Battle of the Stars foot race between the quarterbacks. I think Helton made it. He wasn't slowed down by carrying the ball. I mean, that's one thing.
Yep.
But
the running back Helton, no, he's not. So let's see what happens. Let's see what you call here. All right. I think you're going to have either Jackson or
I need Josh Tripp to show up here.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know if you can high point the ball at the goal line, but they're going to go run away from that side. And it's incomplete. Flag flies.
Oh,
what do we have?
It looked like Sturgis has got his hands on his helmet in like, oh no. And we're probably going to get some kind of a call in the secondary.
Connor Sturgis, number 1, a defensive back for the Bulldogs, gets called for pass interference.
And remember, pass interference, a spot foul. The foul is in the end zone, so it goes out to the 1-yard line.
But the key thing is, right, first down.
It's not an automatic first down.
It's not even a half the distance?
It is not. It is not an automatic first down, so half the distance to the goal.
Only takes you to the 3.
The 3, I'm sorry. Yep,
wow, that is a big difference from the pros. Huh?
Right, no doubt about it.
Wow, not an automatic first down.
Half the distance, and it's not first down. We say first down on air because we're going off the scoreboard, but the scoreboard is wrong. It is 3rd. Now they just changed it. 3rd down and 3.
So 2 cracks at it from here for the Panthers to get in and make it a 1-score game. We have an officials timeout. They're trying to tell everybody what you just said. I think so many people assume pass interference in the end zone means automatic first down.
What I like here is the referee is going over to explain it to the head coach. Often the referees don't do that. And I liked that right there, that they come over and they tell Josh Porter, no, it's because it was that.
Following the block of Gonzalez and crashing into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I don't know who got the worst of that hit, whether it was Levine with the touchdown or whether...
Watch Gonzalez.
Look at this.
He hit Helton. Gonzalez on Helton.
Matthews.
me.
Gonzalez on Helton, but
Yes.
that was Matthews with the tackle. See, I don't know who got the worst of that hit.
Okay. Yeah, it was a couple of hard hits on that touchdown run by Sam Levine. And we do have a one-score game, all-important extra point from Preston Boyce. And he hits it through 28-21.
3.1 seconds left. That's when you want to score, right? It's a perfect time. The perfect time.
And the fourth quarter about to commence, and would you rather be anywhere as a high school football fan than right here to see these two teams go at it for the final 12 minutes and 3 seconds. What a comeback third quarter it was for the Panthers, doing exactly what they needed to do. The takeaway on the turnover on the opening possession by the Bulldogs, who had a chance to go up by 4 scores, and they were not able to do it. Instead, South scores twice, and here we are.
Boy.
Tremendous football game right now.
All of a sudden, it just got real, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, exactly. So 3.1 seconds left. South will kick off. Do they kick it deep? Do they squib it again?
Let's kick it deep for once.
Give Bedford a short field? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I guess, there's dangerous players on both teams. They can run it all the way back, but those squib kicks don't seem to be doing anything but giving the opponent great field position.
Right.
And it is a squib kick.
Well, yeah, a little bit more.
Oh, it was a little bit of a line drive.
But still, it was a short kick. And it gets taken by Bedford, and they're going to have good field position to start the fourth quarter.
A flag came flying in from you saw it from the side screen there.
Look at how cold everybody is. That's where we are.
What was that about?
I have no idea, but this is
It
just
seemed to come in late
all
as well.
All these flags. I mean, what are we doing? Let these kids play. What are we doing here?
That was a good reception by Connor Sturgis on the line drive kick.
Side judge, side judge calls a penalty against Bedford. So
and it's going to be first down and 10 from, let's see where they spot it. Would have been the 45.
Did you bet on this? Bro, I saw Nathan's story. He was like, betting for the
personal foul called against the
another personal foul on the Bulldogs.
And that's the change of quarters. They're going to have to pick the ball. They're marking it off here, but they're going to take it back the other way.
Let me tell you something. If you're calling this many personal fouls on one team, they're looking for it, right? The referees are looking for it. They are watching for it. Because otherwise they might not do it. They might let one or two go.
Well, you've seen thousands of football games, so you would know.
They are looking for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the personal foul is. I don't know if there were. I don't think there were words said.
An action, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But look. I mean, if they do it, they do it. You got to call it. But I mean, you're looking for it.
Right.
So.
So the ball ends up at the 30. First and
once
10.
they sort it all out, but that's it for the quarter.
It is, yeah. They marked it off on the side where it would have been in the third quarter, and then they just picked the ball up and brought it back to the 30 on this side. So Bedford now trying to go right to left. And the keeper, Bennett Matthews, around the corner. He is pushed out of bounds, though, by Josh Tripp and by Cole Patno, linebacker for the Panthers, got over there and got only 2. Second down and 8 for the Bulldogs. The momentum shift in South's favor in that third quarter, and
did it ever
try to right their ship by driving down the field.
A one-score game. Anybody's game.
Really?
If you were to look and just jump in and see this score, you would never know Bedford had a 3-touchdown lead.
And the flip to Brody Helton. He's up for first down and more.
Well, he's more than an equalizer, right? That's a first down run. And that's a run for a first down, and that's what it's going to be for the Bulldogs.
Good blocking up front by the Bulldogs, as Helton really wasn't touched till he was 5 yards downfield.
If they can do that, and milk the clock a little bit and get some points. The one thing that Bedford doesn't want to do is give the ball back to South with only a touchdown lead.
Right, and they have turned it over in this game.
Right.
Surprisingly, Brody Helton even fumbled. Fake
that's
handoff to him.
That's their only turnover.
And the short pass incomplete. Yeah, only turnover.
That's their only turnover.
Interception. Oh, there's a flag again.
Late hit.
And now it's Bruno Gonzalez who's
that's a
gesticulating.
That might be a late hit.
How can that be a late hit?
On the incompletion.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, it almost feels like a makeup call. I hate to say it, but Gonzalez is like, that wasn't that late. Are you kidding me? And
exactly.
It is against South. And I don't know if is that 15 yards.
Yeah, it'd be a personal foul, right?
Yeah.
Personal foul is 15 yards.
As the captain of the defense, Josh Tripp trying to plead his case.
Yeah.
It was just a push. And the officials are not going to take it back.
You know, the ball fell incomplete, and it was a hard hit. It was a very hard hit. So there, probably the hit kind of got
unnecessary roughness.
Yeah, the hit got the ref thinking, and that's the way it is.
Yep.
But you're gonna be. This is football. You make hard hits. Anyway, Bedford gets a break.
1st and 10 at the 43 of South. Bennett Matthews going to hand this off to Brody Helton around left end. And he is inside the 40, down to about the 37. Big first down carry of at least 6 yards, 2nd and 4 for the Bulldogs, trying to get a 2-score lead back on this drive. See the clock ticking, 11 minutes to go. And South could really win this thing with a stop here and just go down and tie it up. Anything could happen, but if Bedford scores on the other side, it's going to be really difficult. As much time as they're grinding too on this.
A lot of movement going on, but no flags.
Swing pass to the right side. Brody Helton has it in space. He's going to run short of the line.
Helton did not dive.
Kind of uncharacteristic, shying away from contact there by Brody Helton.
Dive past the sticks if you can, and he just runs out of bounds.
3rd and 1. I guess that's confidence you're going to make it on the next 3rd or 4th down play.
Well, that's the other thing, too, is it's another play and it's another tick of the clock, right? So keep that clock running.
Stop right now as Helton went out of bounds here in the 4th quarter. The shift put on by Bedford, and it is a running formation for them as Helton gets the handoff and crashes over the left side.
Yeah, I don't think you go.
First down.
You don't mess around. You give it to your best player, let him run the ball, and he gets about 4 or 5 yards.
And only needed a couple, so that's a first down at the 30-yard line for the Bedford Bulldogs as they grind the clock and grind up some yardage into South territory against what it's got to be a tired defense at this point, or at least a little bit out of breath. Been on the field a lot, made a lot of great plays, but this Bedford machine is clicking right now. In sync. Handoff to nobody. It's a keeper. Bennett Matthews squeaks through the middle of the line. And it's a nice chunk of change to the 24-yard line.
And that we hadn't seen Matthews run the ball that much lately, had we? No.
Changing it up a bit.
Right.
2nd and 4. Matthews does have a 39-yard touchdown run in this game. He also had a touchdown saving tackle.
If I'm Bedford, I keep it on the ground. I want the clock is your best ally here. But you're only up 1 touchdown. It changes how you view things.
Gives it to Helton. Helton swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by South defensively.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd and short.
Yep, getting in the middle of that to make a play right there was Gonzalez. Boy, we're going to miss some of these guys, aren't we?
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah, it's hard to reload this much. As many great senior players there as South is about to lose to graduation. We'll be seeing some of these guys in the winter and the spring.
We'll see Tripp on the basketball.
Definitely see a lot of Josh Tripp.
Yep. Fish plays hoop too, and so does Levesque.
All right.
Yep. We'll see those guys.
Great athletes, multi-sport athletes. Following his block is
nice run there by Matthews. That's what you want to see. Your quarterback take the ball and go right in the middle of the pile on a little bit of an off-tackle play and get it outside and go in and push some bodies around and get down there. And keep that clock ticking. Stop it to move the chains, but then they pick it right back up as soon as that chain gets to the line of scrimmage.
And Matthews was following right behind number 21, Brody Helton, with the lead block on that play.
And we're down South late in the game, and you don't want, if you're South, you need to stop. You cannot let Bedford get another 2-touchdown lead. They need to stop them on this drive.
Handoff, fake to Helton, throwing down the right side open and complete
open.
For a touchdown.
Wide open.
And that again is Landon Elsmore, his second touchdown reception of the
so
game.
Open. Fish had his eye on the other receiver, and Elsmore wide open. Fish had his eye on the inside receiver. There was no one else to the outside, and Elsmore wide open for the catch.
I hate to say it, Tom, but I think if he had chosen to cover Elsmore, he would have hit. Matthews probably could have hit the other receiver.
I think he could have too. Yeah, because that's Fish is going to be but Fish thinks he's got
no
safety.
Help.
Fish thinks he's got safety help on Matthews, on not Matthews, but on the other receiver, Elsmore, but not on Elsmore, and that's just it. Elsmore got lost in the shuffle, and that's a big score because that gives Bedford, that cuts the momentum back, kicks it back in South's shoes, and it's a 2-touchdown lead for the Bulldogs.
Landon Elsmore, the senior for Bedford, with 2 long touchdown catches in this game. It is, you could say, the difference in this game right now, 35-21, as Bedford goes up by 2 scores. South will need to score every time they touch the ball.
Just about, right?
For the remainder of the fourth quarter, and they'll have to come up with a stop in between.
Right.
Not an easy task against this Bedford team that had them in a big hole.
So, all right, so let's say South scores, and then they score again. Let's say they get a touchdown. Do you do it for overtime, or do you go for the win?
That's why Coach Matthews and Coach Porter get paid the big bucks. I don't know.
I take it to OT. If it's a regular season game, I go for the win. If it's a playoff game, I take it to OT.
I hope we get there.
So do I.
Yeah, that'd be beautiful. Bedford kicking off from their own 40. South would, of course, love a kickback return for a touchdown. They do have the personnel to do it. Bedford really hasn't been kicking it to the deep men. That's been a theme for both teams on their kick coverage. It'll be Elijah Todd teeing it up for the Bulldogs. He is a senior. We'll have to find a new kicker in Bedford, and I'm sure somewhere in the town of Bedford there is an excellent kicker. We just saw their soccer team had another great season. There's a fall forward after picking up the ball, and it is a good job by number 21 for the Panthers, Ryan Jansen. First down and 10 for South. Although Tom likes guys to take a little bit of a chance on that, pick it up, run with it, maybe get a few more yards when nobody's on top of you on those ground balls.
Well, the thing is if you don't really have the room, you don't want that clock to tick, right?
No.
So you gotta keep an eye on the clock now if you're Nashua South. You've got to be very efficient, very quick. If you're Bedford, you take your time coming back to the defensive line. You kind of slow it down a little bit. South's got to go no huddle though. They can't take huddles.
Right. Straight drop. Jackson looked left, threw right. Got
like
Fish. Fish trying to cut it up.
That ball looked tipped.
It was.
Yeah, a nice play. We haven't called Fish's name too much.
No, we haven't at all, really. Does not factor in the offense much.
Except on the touchdown for Bedford.
Oh, that's right.
The only defender out there, and you had to pick between 2 guys to cover.
There's quite a no-win dilemma on the coverage there.
Yep.
Fish is in motion. Fake handoff to him. Jackson looking to pass.
He's got some room to run.
Steps up, runs to the right. Good dance inside. Gets knocked out of bounds. And
that's
just an excellent play by the quarterback.
Good play by Jackson. Get out of bounds. If you're running the ball, you're looking for yards. Watch him here, right? This is what he does best. Nothing open there. Nothing open there. So I'm running the ball. Now I got to get away from the big guy. Yeah. And, you know, I'm not going to slide. I want those extra yards, and I get them, and I go out of bounds.
Yeah, I picked up more than 10 yards on that carry, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Panthers in Bedford territory now.
Now he's running again.
He's going to run to the left side, and he's going to make a first down.
And he's going to get out of bounds.
Almost broke it. There was some people deep.
He gets out of bounds.
Another clock stoppage on another big run for Cody Jackson.
Could have thrown to the flat, decides not to. So now you're a receiver. You're going downfield. Now you block, and they do that on Durso. And a good job there was Levine. Levine does, as soon as he sees the quarterback get beyond the sticks, he blocks. Great job by Sam.
It was a high IQ play, Tom. If he stayed where he was, it wouldn't have got as much space to run.
Some more running around. Ooh, and a hard hit that Jackson takes. And he gets down inside the 30. South is driving, John Collins.
They are. Led by their senior quarterback, Cody Jackson.
6:50 to play.
Trying to make it a one-score game.
And again, if they make it a one-score game, then the onus is on Bedford to take time off the clock at the very least, not go 4 and out.
Yeah.
And everything's trending that South is probably going to get points out of this drive. We'll see.
Cody Jackson, ball security, of course, is primary.
Yep.
He's been handling it all himself for the most part. He's going to throw this one, and it is
caught
complete on the sideline. Good reception by Preston Boyce. It is a first down.
Down to the 20. Here it is right here. Boyce is on the outside, stops, turns, and does a good job with his feet to stay in bounds and make that stretch to catch that ball.
Yeah, he had to come back to get it, so it was not a clock stoppage on the reception. Even though he rolled out of bounds. When you're down in high school. Running to the right. Jackson's going to throw it on the run. He overthrows it. It's intercepted.
Ouch!
No.
The one thing that could not happen if you're Nashua South. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's see what he's looking at. As he's rolling out here, is he looking? He's not looking at trip. He's looking at, it looked like Levesque, and he overthrew him.
I think he was actually throwing it to Cooper Valancourt, number 6.
I don't, was it, no, I think that
was it 5? I think
that was 5.
Or was it Colvin Levesque? Because it wouldn't make sense if it wasn't Colvin out there.
It was Colvin Levesque.
Yeah, I got my number wrong. Colvin Levesque, the antenna receiver, and that's the 3rd big catch of the game by Landon Ellsmore. He had 2 touchdown receptions.
And now he's got an interception, and that interception, John, with 6:01 to play.
That's a killer.
That may be the dagger. Wow.
South was on the move, about to go make it a one-score game and put the pressure on the Bedford offense, but instead, Jackson just let it float a little bit too high, and now Bedford has the clock in their hands. Timeout called by the Panthers, looking for a 3-and-out here.
I think if you're South, you should start using your timeouts
Have to, right?
Yep. They don't want Bedford to get a head of steam.
They just have to gamble that their defense can get a 3-and-out right now.
And then get the ball back and do something with it and get a score.
Yeah.
35-21, 5:52 as you see on the clock left in the game. That timeout was called by Nashua South. The question is, are they going to keep calling them to run them, to basically cut, like you said, cut the clock down, minimally, and Bedford get a 3-and-out with the stops. They don't get a 3-and-out with the stops. Those timeouts that could have proven valuable later on are gone.
Bedford had a 21-0 lead at the end of the first quarter, and South has really outscored them, outplayed them since then, but doesn't do them much good here.
And the score
after that first quarter.
The score from Derry is showing that it's Pinkerton way up 28-0 with not much time left. So that's
it's going to be the winner of this to play Pinkerton.
Final. Looks like Pinkerton is going to be the team in the finals, and that's what you didn't want to have happen. You did not want Bedford to run up the middle on a play like that and get that first down.
Yeah, that's a wasted timeout now for South.
Well, they call another one,
Yeah.
I believe. No, they don't.
Oh, they don't?
No, they don't. The clock stops with the sticks.
They're probably
But now
looking for a
it's ticking.
stoppage here, and then they'll
probably
use
use
another
another timeout.
timeout. Yeah, but they have to let the play clock run fully.
Yep. And of course, if you're Bedford, you know what? I'm going to go over and check and see what the call is. I'll
We'll go
come
see
back
Dad
to the huddle. Yeah,
on the
I'll
sideline.
see how
Zach
he's-
Matthews, head
see how-
coach.
See how he's doing. See
Yeah.
what Mom's got cooking for dinner after the
Back to the food.
Yeah. Five.
So back to the shotgun. Bennett
And a quick
Matthews
snap because you don't want delayed game penalty.
making sure the handoff to Helton.
See, any penalties that Bedford has to incur, almost like another free timeout for South, and they call one right here. South calls another timeout.
Was that number 7 on the carry? I don't see Helton out there, actually.
No, it was Durso, I think. Was it?
Nashua.
They're congratulating Winston Hune. Looked like got the carry in that. That's trusting your reserve player.
Yeah.
Winston Hune, running back, safety. He's a junior.
Get the ball, run straight ahead. You'll be
Yep.
you'll be you'll be calling his name out a lot next year. Well, you
Sure.
know, anybody that does Bedford games, we don't here on ETV, but sometimes we get them from BCTV
Yeah.
when they're playing a local.
You know what? Glancing down the roster, surprising how few 12s you see, grade 12s you see in the Bedford roster.
But the two big grade 12s,
Big names,
the big
Bennett
names,
Matthews,
Ellsmore,
Brody Helton.
Helton, those guys are seniors.
Ellsmore.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
All right, 5:06 to play in the football game. It's a 35-21 lead, and
Every first down is
now,
crucial.
and now South. Keep in mind now, John. South's only got one more ability to stop the clock.
Yeah, it makes
on
it
their own.
imperative to get a stop here.
Yep.
They
And
do
they
stuff Helton
do.
at the line. That's
Yep.
actually number 6 with the carry,
Well, that clock was,
Bryson Durso.
that clock took its time.
I'm
running back.
beginning to
The
think
running
that,
back.
oh, here's
in
Brody
South,
Helton
South
right here.
uses the last time out.
Yeah, I don't know if he had to get equipment adjustment or what, but he took a couple of plays off.
Yep, but South uses their last time out.
Yep.
And that clock didn't exactly start right away when he was in the pile of players when the clock started to stop. Started
South
to move.
bonus?
No, a Bedford bonus.
Oh, it didn't
The
stop.
clock didn't start until he was in the pile of players.
So we have a stoppage at 4:53. South out of all their timeouts and needing to stop here on 3rd and 7 to get the ball back. As the clock apparently, yeah, it is back to where it should be. That was how much time remaining in the timeout. John Collins with Tom King. Want to thank again our BCTV camera crew for helping us out for this delayed telecast. Bill Jennings, Owen Siegel, Jacob Monroe, Dan Young, Pete Johnson on replays. John Collins with Tom King as we hope to see the dramatic comeback and do another game next week, but it's going to take something special here, including a stop on 3rd and 7, and South gets it.
Good hitting by South's defense. They had a couple big hits on that play.
Let's see if Bedford actually gambles here and tries to get this 4th down.
They're not going to do that. Why would they do that?
Why would they do that?
What do you got, 4th and 7?
Punting teams on.
Oh, yeah, 4th and 7. You're not going to gamble there. Why give
4th
South
and 5, yeah.
Give South a short field to score, and,
No.
and all of a sudden with 4 minutes left? No way. Not even Dan Campbell would do that.
Not even Dan Campbell. He might.
Or Mike Vrabel. I don't think so.
You never know with him. So, 4th and 5. Bedford will punt it. Almost over the head of the punter. He gets it. And it's blocked. It's on the turf. South recovers it. McDevitt on the spot. And what a nice block by number
There you
17
go.
of Nashua
Wow.
South, Cole Patno.
Wow, Patno with a nice block. Oh, actually, I don't know if that
No?
was. I think that was 20. Was it Patno? I have to see that again.
He was getting congratulated.
Sure.
That's why I went with that. Playing in his senior season.
Yeah, let's see.
But big play. You folks at home with YouTube, you can rewind and see if it was number 17 or not. But
exactly.
wow, he got right in the face of the punter. There was no chance to get that punt away.
I think it was. Go back and replay it in my mind.
So here comes the Panther defense, another chance to make it a offense, chance to make it a one-score game. It is complete to the left side to Tripp. Got about 8 on the reception.
I would have gone for the kill there. I would have gone for the kill shot right there, and not the kill shot, killing Bedford, but the kill shot for the possession to get the touchdown.
2nd and 2.
Because you know it's going to be an onside kick.
Pass to the right side is complete. Down as he catches
was
it.
Complete? Yeah, it was. I thought that ball was tipped as well. Let's see. Let's see here. Levesque's making the play. No tip. But a little wobbly. But caught by Levesque. Nice play by Levesque to come back to the ball.
It was 2nd and 2, and is that no gain or a penalty? A penalty again.
Another flag is on it. It's going to be against the Panthers. Probably a hold if you're looking at where that call, where that
it's
flag
a full
is.
10 yards too
Yep,
from
hold,
the spot.
Legal use of hands, hold, whatever.
Yeah, so instead of 3rd and very short, actually it was a first down.
Yeah.
Took away.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to be now 2nd and 12. Another big penalty call. Jackson straight drop, looking left the whole time. He's going to throw left, and it is knocked down. Great coverage by Connor Sturgis.
Yep.
He had the best chance to catch that, too.
Again, how many bodies around where that ball was thrown to? 3 black jerseys, I think.
Trying to throw it to Justin Fish.
Look at the time that he had, right?
Yeah.
And nice leaping grab by Sturgis, because you know what? I was wrong. They all converged after the play. If he didn't make that play, Fish had it for a touchdown. He took a touchdown away from Nashua.
He sure
South
did.
Right there.
Just needed a little more air and depth under it, and maybe.
Now that I see that play again, great job by Dan Young on the replay. Now that I see that again, that's Dan Young and Pete Johnson.
On 3rd and 12, South gets about 9. It'll be 4th and 3 at the 30-yard line. They need to get to the 26. Can they do it? 4th down and 3. This is the game. Running it and getting stuffed and stopped.
Not going to do it.
The Bulldogs get the ball on downs with only 2:52 to play, up 14.
And South can't stop the clock.
Killer.
Yep. Jackson running up the middle, but the big guy slowed him up a little bit. Didn't get a whole lot of body there, but then they come in and make the tackle. Starting to slow him up.
Camden Santos finished him off, the junior linebacker, with the big hit.
And Alex Bissonette, a senior, dove at him, and I think that little body contact on his legs slowed him up a little bit, and then they were able to come in and converge. And they cannot. Clock stops on change of possession so they can move the sticks. But it should be running now. I don't know why it isn't. And that'll do it. They can't stop it.
Yeah, it's just going to be a slow process for South of watching the time tick off, unable to stop it. Brody Helton with the carry. There is always the possibility they might be able to punch the ball loose. They did induce at least one fumble from the big back of Bedford.
One fumble that we know that we saw, right?
We thought we saw.
We saw. You know, I don't know whether he was.
The officials still haven't seen it.
Right, exactly.
But and the Bedford Bulldogs disputed it, but we didn't have the benefit of video replay. From 17 different angles.
Time ticking down on Nashua South season, and that will be a sad ending for a lot of these players who really, really, really did their school proud.
Justifiably high hopes for this team to go the distance.
Yep.
But you could see from an early part of this season just how formidable opponent Bedford would be, the scores that they were putting up, and then, of course, the 20-point victory they had over South during the regular season.
The thing you can't do, John Collins, is fall behind 21-0 in the first quarter. You can't do that. You can't give up 3 touchdowns in the first quarter and fall behind like that.
Yeah.
That is a killer. and it's tough to come back. They almost
Very.
did it. This is what
did.
South does.
That's how good this team is.
Right,
but-
they come back. They have never say die, but now it's third and about, I don't know, maybe a yard and a half.
Hand off to Helton, and,
that'll
he's got the first
that'll
down.
do it. They'll took the top. They'll
Kneel
took the-
down territory for
Yeah, victory formation now.
the Bulldogs.
Yep. And Nashua South knows it.
See Matthew Ben, number 62.
Yep. Here's the
Guard,
run. Here's the
defensive
run
tackle
right up the
celebrating.
middle. It's Helton. Who else, right?
Yeah.
Who else? And he just runs behind everybody and dives forward, knowing that he's going to get a first down when he hits the turf. And that's it.
Hopefully,
They move the sticks. They have to stop it to move the sticks, but now we're under a minute. And Bedford may not even run out. They may run out the clock, not even do a kneel down. Oh, there's a flag down on the play.
give me a chance to name off some seniors, Tom. Colvin Levesque, Colin Morgan, Tyler Ben-Zekri, Cody Jackson, of course, Sam Levine, John McDevitt, Josh Tripp, Cole Patno, Chase Schwisher, Ryan Jansen, Preston Boys. Scanning down the center, Ray Karuru, Bruno Gonsalves, what a career. Kevin Hamill, Trevor Stevens, and Caden Doubleday. Tremendous season, guys. 19
Great season,
seconds.
great careers. Great high school football careers for Nashua South. You were
Credit to the uniform.
Yeah, you were, and it's a shame that it has to end for South. But that's it. Bedford's going to win this game, 35-21. John Collins, they are going to go play Pinkerton. That's a final from Derry, 28-0. It'll be Bedford-Pinkerton right in our backyard in Nashua.
Oh, that's right. They won't change the game site.
No, and it'll be at Stello Stadium on Saturday of Thanksgiving weekend at 1 p.m. You gonna go?
Well, I probably will just watch it on TV.
Okay.
Yeah, and Jason Roby, our friend, will be on the public address there, the best in the business on PA. So I'm sure they're going to do an outstanding job at Stello's in hosting that game. So I won't see you till basketball and hockey. I know you're very upset about that. 35-21, the Bedford Bulldogs sports machine, this football juggernaut, churns on to play Pinkerton in the championship of D1. Congratulations to South on a tremendous season. Their head coach, Josh Porter. We want to thank our BCTV camera crew, Bill Jennings, Owen Siegel, Jacob Monroe, and Pete Johnson back in the studio. Dan Young, John Collins for Tom King. Thank you for watching, and good night from Bedford High School, everybody.